Hello, everybody, and welcome to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. I am your DM, a Nightwalker from a plane of darkness and death, and anathema to living things, hellbent on devouring all life I encounter. But for tonight, I put all that aside to be your dungeon master, Chel. Hi, Del.
Hi, Chel. Thank you for that existential dread.
You're welcome.
Hey, everyone out there. We all like Dungeons and Dragons, and what makes a dragon if not a horde? Well, expand your horde with Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is our latest and greatest sponsor, and they are a Canadian dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. Check out their Twitter, Little Dragon Co. 1, so that you can be updated on all of their awesome products as they come out. And also, remember, don't forget to use the coupon code BONUS, that's BONUS, when you head over to littledragoncorp.com so that you can get 10% off your order, and we can all be Little Dragon and expand our dice hordes.
I'm so sorry.
I think someone out there is really excited for some Little Dragon Core dice. Also, as usual, we would like to give a big thank you to Twitch, OBS Streamlabs, Many-Sided Dice, and Team MZ, because without their support, we wouldn't be able to give you all of these super awesome D&D games streamed to you on Twitch with proficiency bonus. Now, speaking of our other games, we do a game every day, all week D&D. Tons of different games from homebrew to major published modules. So just remember to scroll down and check out our streaming schedule to see what sort of games are going on and when. Just remember that we're coming up on the holidays and New Year's, so scheduling might be a little bit wonky. So just stay updated to figure out whether or not your favorite show is going to be taking it off. I think that's everything. I'm not as good as Victoria, but Kristy,
I think you nailed it.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. And if I was muted, if I wasn't muted, I would have said maybe Cleo is owning up to being a little dragon, because we still haven't actually solved whether or not Caspian is a little dragon.
That's right. How's the investigation going on that, by the way?
Ongoing still.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
Waiting for the forensics to come back.
He's becoming increasingly vocal, which might be a sign.
We just need that government funding to go through for the investigation, and then we'll be solid.
Make sure to increase his horde at Little Dragon Corp. Hey, Kristy, what's going on with Mystic Hour on Thursday?
Well, this Thursday we're taking it off. I'm giving my slot over to the Delve and Dash crew, who are going to be running a one-shot since it's their last time getting together before they're off for the holidays. So definitely go check them out. I think Michael's running a one-shot, and it's going to be delving back into, so to speak, Silver and Rick's in the Shadowfell, or Vix in the Shadowfell. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
That's really juicy. It's really great.
Got some backstory stuff going on. So go check them out for the one shot on Mystic Hour, and then following that, I don't have anything particularly planned. Probably just doing whatever they're available for. So we'll see.
Okay, loosey goosey into the end of the year.
Basically, yeah. Cleo, can you not?
Okay.
Lord, I'm like, oh.
I think that's all of our announcements.
I think so. I gotta let Cleo out because she's gonna drive me crazy if I don't.
Go.
Yeah, we gonna be off. We're gonna be off next week because it's gonna be Christmas Day.
Oh right, good point.
Actually, people probably would want to watch on Christmas Day, but not everyone is going to be available, so sorry, fam. You'll have to put up with your family for the extra 4 hours.
Maybe you can get them some Little Dragon Core dice for the holiday.
Okay.
I'm wearing my dad sweater.
Wow.
All right, would you guys like to decide who is going to do the recap for today?
I mean, listen, I can always do it.
Sir's sheet is saying I have inspiration, but I feel like I used it. Did I not use it?
You did it the last time, but I don't think you used it. I don't remember you using it.
Oh boy, I'm still inspired. Cool.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
Go for it.
Okay. Here I am. So we were going to see Adelaide, our guild representative, and then we were gonna go look for some magic items because we wanted to get like walkie-talkies, but magical, basically, and also we wanted to put a job board in the Three of Cups because, well, one, we wanted jobs, but also for like other people to post them because there's not anything really like that in the North Ward. So Adelaide added us to the list for the job board and told us about a couple shops like the Tirelessly Turning Wheel in the back room in the trade ward and some other businesses. So we went to the first one that she told us about. We got some earrings of Whisper and we got some other stuff between there and then the second shop, like we got a portable hole, and I think we got some boots, and I think we got the alchemy jug, and then we went and like checked out some of the other shops in Troll Skull Alley. Like we went to the Bent Nail to get the actual board, and then Tallice went to Corellin's Crown to get some plants for the tower, but then ended up agreeing to join a protest of Bookworm's Treasure for their magic paper for spell scrolls because it's from Duskwood trees and it's killing the trees. And then Raynar came by the tavern to visit and tell us he could get us escorted into the estate of the Cormathus family, thanks to a Magister friend. And then Tallice got a dream reading by Nova, which was weird. And then we went to go talk to Rashal about the Duskwood trees, but he was like, like if we could find him an alternative, he'll switch.
Really, that's all you're gonna say about the dream? That's it? It was just weird. That's it.
There was like it was a recreation of the first time that Tallice went to the Feywild, but weird shit happened and there was a storm, and it was not cool.
And she told Nova that dreams don't mean anything.
Yeah. And then
just reminding you what happened.
And then we went to the Cormathus estate and met with Rainey and the Magister, and in the first room, Sir was like having some flashback things, and then Nova found a blood stain that she kind of like recognized from watching his dream of the house, and it's like where he like got up on the ground from, and then she like turned to look back at him, and that's where we left off.
I forgot it was that moment.
I forgot it was also that moment. Yeah. I forgot that's where we left off.
It's my maybe blood.
Okay. So we open then in the murder house.
Good. That's yep.
You found these bloodstains. You are in this room with your Magister friend kind of tailing behind. He's kind of leaning against because if you remember, there were the room you went to was towards the right, and there were columns that led into the room rather than just like a door, and he's leaning against one of those columns.
And he gave us gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Nova was looking at me. I'm like, maybe the existential dread from the intro was what I needed to be in. I'll come over to the bloodstain and Nova.
Okay.
That's it then. Oh, that's a lot.
Is there like this bloodstain? What is it? Is it in the shape of a body? Is it just like, does it look like it would?
It's like a smear down the wall.
Okay.
Like somebody had like leaned against the wall and like
slid down.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, because I'm wearing gloves, but I'll kind of just like, I know it's dry, but it's like it was on. They have like wallpaper, right? Was it stained wallpaper?
Yeah.
Could I like? I know he doesn't want me messing with too much stuff. Like, is there maybe like a little? Could I like get a little rip of wallpaper with blood?
Are you trying to do so stealthily?
Yeah, I want to make it look like I'm just sort of inspecting it and just sort of pick a little bit.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Could I give an advantage if I like stand in the line of sight of the other person and just kind of like move my body like I'm watching what this blood?
So I have advantage?
Yes.
First roll was a natural 20.
Ooh.
23.
So then, yes, you are able to get a little sample.
Okay. And I want it just tiny enough that I can just sort of palm it for now.
Okay.
Shall we see the upstairs?
Okay.
And that's sort of to our magister because he has to kind of accompany us. So.
Okay. So he'll kind of push off because he's kind of got his arms crossed. He's leaning against the column and he's got like one ankle crossed over the other, and he pushes off of the column with his shoulder and nods. Moves out into the main foyer, which has the floor is wood. There's the very clear bloodstains that you've seen already. Not as extensive in your dream, but still there. There are a few plants. There's a like a little bench kind of set off to the side for people to sit. But if you move further into the room, you can see these stairs ahead of you that kind of curve upward, but then also it continues into like the stairs are in like this bigger room that continues along. There's doors along the back, there's doors along the sides that you could also go into.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's asking Nova to stay close because I remember he specifically was like, I need your guidance.
I think Nova's probably still holding your other hand if we go upstairs.
But I think for right now he's really just kind of retracing his steps. And maybe as going up the stairs, just double checking to see what Tallice is doing, because she was giving herself a little bit more distance.
I wanted to look for that symbol on his back, but like in weird places. Like, is it secretly incorporated into the wallpaper motifs? Is it like carved underneath the stairway, like banister? Is it like in, like, I don't know, like in a weird spot?
That's not a bad question.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. We'll say investigation since you're looking under stairwell banisters and everything too.
Oh no. Hold on. I think it's a 6. I'm pretty sure I have a +1. I didn't actually open my character sheet in my rush. But yeah, like 6.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
And in the just few areas that we've been in, maybe as we're going up the stairs, do they have portraits?
Mm-hmm.
Of members of
yes
the family?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I? Is it like the whole family all together, or is it like individual people?
Both. There is a group portrait. There are also individual portraits, mostly of the matriarch and patriarch of the family. They're not labeled. You are noticing in the pictures, though, that there are a few individuals who have pointy ears.
Mm-hmm. That's
Potentially elves or half elves. You're not quite sure.
Oh, actually, I didn't know that before. I don't remember.
You knew that you had dark, like tan skin, but you didn't check your ears.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Do any of them look like Sir, but like not red? Or is there a red tiefling guy?
There's not a
That
red
would have been
tiefling
like
guy.
so easy. It's like, oh, there it is, mystery solved.
As far as people who look like Sir,
Like bone
there's
structure.
no one that matches the bone structure, the body type of Sir. There are a few individuals who have similar hair. Dark, longer curly hair or shorter curly hair. Dark hair and darker tan skin seems to be a family trait. So that's kind of moving as you're moving through and looking at these photos. That is something that you were seeing. You do recognize somebody though
Is
from your dream.
the guy, the man that was writing the letter?
Mm-hmm. He is in the family portrait.
Is he standing? Is he a patriarchal figure? Is he kind of standing at the back or the top in the portrait or something like that?
No.
Okay.
He is just among the crowd.
Okay, so it's possible that he's.
What about the woman?
I didn't see her face.
Oh.
All you saw was that she was blonde.
And I'm guessing there's a couple blonde-haired women.
There are a couple blonde-haired women.
Yeah. But they all only look up to partially elven. No one looks fully elven.
No one looks fully elven.
Okay.
So if they're wherever the elf gene came from might have been further back in family lines. You're not sure, but there is no one that looks fully elven.
Okay. Okay. If I inquire our, hold on, I wanna prove I take good notes. He's here somewhere. Is he under allies?
Gabriel?
Our magister friend.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah, okay. I swore I wrote this. Sir, your D&D Beyond sheet is failing me. If I ask Gabriel if he knows who's who in the portrait, does he know?
Let me pull up my stuff here.
Maybe it's in my physical notebook. I meant to move it over. Come on, Dylan, take better notes. Oh, there he is. There he is, Gabriel, magister friend of Raynar.
See, you take good notes. You're good. Okay, so you ask him this question. Sorry, hold on.
That is okay. Because I'm making sure I haven't missed anything else. Physical notebooks, people. Makes you feel like a crazy person.
Okay. So he does point to the person that is supposed that's standing in that very typical patriarchal position at the back of the in head of the family. Points to him and he says, "This is the only one that I know, mostly because he was involved in politics in Waterdeep. He is the head of the family, the lord, if you will. His name is Khan, Karn."
Khan. You said he did politics in the city, like he's a politician.
A lot of the noble families of Waterdeep at least have some sort of sway, whether it just be political espionage or actual positions among the government as magisters or guild artisans, guild members, etc. I'm not sure exactly what his standing was. I know he obviously wasn't like a Master Lord of Waterdeep or anything, but I've seen him frequently around Castle Waterdeep.
How do you know he wasn't a masked lord? Isn't the whole point that you don't know who they are because they wear a mask?
You have a point. I just don't know.
I mean, it's not like when someone dies, they're gonna all go, "Oh, by the way, we need a new masked lord."
Yeah, it's not like ripping the wrapping paper off a present, like, surprise, dead body was, yep. That'd be kind of funny, though.
I'm gonna keep moving, because I think if I remember in my dream, I went up, like, the right staircase, and then it was down a hallway. I'm continuing to trace my steps.
I'm following.
Okay. So heading up the staircase to the second floor. It leads to a hallway. So the stairs kind of curve up and then it leads to like a landing and then a hallway that goes down the east and west corridors of this home. There are doors along the walls on both sides that you could go to. Retracing your steps, roll a history check.
Yeah, okay. Another natural 20.
Bro, what? Gang.
I wouldn't lie because normally I roll so shit. 21.
Okay, fair enough. It is easy enough for you to recall your dream. Dreams are sometimes difficult to draw information from, so just making sure that that is something that you were able to do. Moving down the hallway, to the far end, which you remember is the master suite.
Right. It was the master suite at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Opening the door. You are being followed by your magister friend.
I'm looking for like approval before I open doors.
So you reach your hand out, like, is it okay? And he nods.
Okay.
But he will follow you. He'll lean in the doorway on the door frame as you guys go through into this room. This is very clearly the most opulent room in the entire place. Yeah, granted, you haven't opened too many doors, but as far as what you've seen is concerned, this is like they took a lot of effort to decorate this room. There are very large lattice-covered windows along the walls, where a very pleasant breeze is kind of blowing through, which is kind of a very stark contrast to the vibe you have being here because of your memories of this place. The windows allow for a lot of natural light to come into the room. So this room is very lit up in a very welcoming way. Again, there's this juxtaposition here with your experience. There are potted plants in the southern corners of the room. There is a 4-post bed with ripped silk sheets and bloodstains. This room is very bloody, or at least it used to be. The bloodstains that have been cleaned up, so it's kind of a pinkish tinge to all of the wood that is around you. Yeah. There's also a desk along the wall.
Okay.
Can I try to like hang back with Raynar and Gabriel? And I just have the feeling that it couldn't hurt if Gabriel is a little distracted right now. So
Okay.
I just want to like hang back and talk to him like, so Gabriel, when did you decide to become a Magister?
He is still like facing into the room, but I have kind of always been interested in politics. I figured being a Magister of Waterdeep was kind of a bit the best place to be in order to get my foot in the door.
Oh, really? Tell me, what's the craziest thing that you've ever seen as a Magister? I'm sure there's like all kinds of crazy people in the city doing stuff. So like, tell me some stories.
Okay. And he'll start to tell you a story just basically about because he is a Magister who goes to investigate crime scenes for Waterdeep. This is something that you know from Raynar. So he'll tell you stories about how there was a report of somebody's shop who got broken into. When they arrived, it was someone who was completely naked and like tweaking out of their mind, basically, and he had to kind of deal with like stories like that. He's not giving you anything that's like gory or anything.
Yeah, I'll just be like, oh wow, you know, Gabriel, you're so brave for dealing with like somebody like that and for like handling this crazy murder house. Like, that's really amazing. You should be really proud of yourself.
Okay.
And I'm just
All right.
distracting him like
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Dylan, what are you and Nova, what are you doing?
Yeah, because he kind of like squeezes your hand in here. Isn't it? It's strange how like you could blink and it could almost be peaceful.
Sorry, I just pulled a card and I'm just reading. Hang on a second.
No worries.
If you pulled a card, did Nova pull a card?
Nova pulled a card.
Then he'll wait. He trusts in your cards.
Glad someone
The heart of
does.
the cards.
Heart of the cards.
In the beginning, he didn't trust your cards, but Dylan is scared of.
Oh yeah, I absolutely trust your cards.
These cards, like Chel needs to like turn off the camera sometimes because of these damn cards.
Oh, this is. I'm taking different reference points because I'm using my book and I'm also using like someone else's like interpretation of the card. Ugh. I pulled. I will just say I pulled the 8 of Wands, but it was reversed.
Okay.
Blonde woman with a bunch of pointy objects pointed at her. Okay.
Yeah, so you know. Where are my wands? I think I'm just looking for justification here, but not that I don't think I actually need it, but you know. One reversed. It is a minor arcana card of restriction, returning from travels or delayed or cancelled. Movements, bad timing, losing momentum, missed opportunities, unfinished business.
Returning from travel. Missed opportunities.
Can also represent being hysterical, impatient, impulsive, panicked, or out of control. Okay. Health. If reversed.
Health. Look at the room.
I mean, yeah, a slow recovery from injury or illness, health suddenly taking a nosedive. I mean,
Brutally murdered, I would say, is a sudden
a sudden nosedive in health is, yep.
Imagine getting this reading and not knowing that it means like you will actually literally be torn apart. You're thinking like, oh no, my like. You're thinking like, oh no, my flu is going to get me severe. It's
You're like, oh no, it's an imbalance of the humors.
And it's like, no, you actually got eaten by
Yeah, so I mean,
And
the
then the
card
wolf
kind of
got-
speaks for itself, but
Yeah.
so I think Nova's kind of like just shifting on her feet as she's like looking at the card, kind of looking around like, well, I didn't need the card to tell me that, but thank you, I guess.
Do you say any of this to Sarah, or are you gonna leave that for later?
I think she's like muttering it under her breath, like.
Right, so he turned to her and said, don't you think it could be almost peaceful? And she's sitting here like, son, turn for health.
Out of control, lack of energy, negativity. Yep.
Are there any portraits in here?
No. Well,
Okay.
there are like paintings, but it's
There's
like landscapes and flowers and gardens and stuff. No like people portraits.
And it looks like it's a 2-person bed. You said it's a 4-post. Okay.
It's like a king
size. So this would be like master bedroom, would we
One
assume?
bed.
This is like
The master suite.
And then, does the desk look familiar? Is the desk from the original dream?
Yes. Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
See if
I'll
there's any
try.
like
This is
Things
the
that-
the
things
desk
that
is
are-
not from the original dream. No, sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
You
okay.
were in an office that day. Remember? It was
that's
like a big,
right.
like
Yeah, there's like a
oak desk. Yeah. Like a
We need to
study.
see if there's
Could I still do a perception in here to see, like, based off, because, like, we came in here through the dream, right? Like, the other dream.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
can I make a perception check to see if there's any differences? Like, kind of like, you know, when you take 2 pictures side by side, they're like, spot the differences.
Sure. Yeah, because I was going to say like if things like a jewelry
Like, if
box
something's missing or
That's
something's
true, I never-
added.
Yeah.
So 24 perception.
Okay. The desk appears to be mostly used for like a vanity almost.
Okay.
There's no mirror, but there was like there are a few stray bottles of perfume, a box that appears to be a jewelry box, but it does appear that it has been cleaned out. Perhaps the watch took things as
Evidence.
Yeah.
or so there's not a whole lot on the desk. You do not remember the desk being occupied in the dream, so there is a difference there. The desk was plain and bare in the dream. With your perception check though, walking around the room, there weren't plants in your dream. The plants in the corner, they weren't there. The room was basically bare in your dream, except for the paintings on the wall, the bed, and the desk. And when you walked into this room in your dream, the woman was on the ground with a gigantic devil man standing over her, and then he looked at you, and that's when you woke up.
Yeah.
Or he started to look at you. You didn't get to see his face.
Yeah.
Walking around though, I'm assuming you're kind of just taking kind of a slow walk around the room and taking inventory of absolutely everything you possibly can. You notice something on the wood that is a different color, darker than the bloodstains that you're seeing. More of a charcoal-y color, but it's very faint.
Like burn?
If you go and inspect it, kind of crouching down and actually getting close and up close and personal, it appears to be a scorch mark in the shape of a shoe.
Is this on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
No, that she just noticed the one. There are scorched footprints around this room. They're very faint. Not immediately noticeable unless you're actually taking the time to look.
What are you looking at?
This. Is this where he was standing?
I mean, you said there were.
Or is there
prints.
more?
Yeah.
Is it look like they're walking, or is it just standing, or?
There are two that appear to be like somebody standing about shoulder width apart, but there are a few that look like they're walking, and it's sporadic. So it's not like you can immediately like follow the footprints. It looks like not all of like
Not
if it was
every
somebody
single
walking-
step is burned, just like
Exactly.
every other
Exactly.
step or whatever.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are the standing ones more prominent, as if like the heat that was causing the burn mark meant that someone was standing there for like a while, and that's why they like set in?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
And they're more
I
towards the
point them
middle
out.
of the room, in the general area that you saw that thing standing.
Okay. Because I know you were starting to ask for a roll for something.
Yeah, can I actually get a perception check from you?
Yeah. Maybe.
Tallice, you can also roll one if you'd like.
Sir's being good to me. That was an 8. That was an 18.
Ooh.
But so his -2, so 16.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Cat jail.
Found it from my room.
To the point that you almost wonder if you are experiencing a little bit of confirmation bias, just kind of like it's so faint. But you also, the two of you, think that you smell just a teeny bit of faint, like as if it was sulfuric in this room and then it's had time to air out, which the windows are open. It's just kind of on the peripheral of your senses.
Do I notice, like, because I'm trying to distract this magister, but if I'm, like, looking over every once in a while, do I notice these footprint things that they're looking at?
You can see Nova and Sir kind of talking about them. So, like, on the ground and, like, crouching and looking. So, yeah, you would be able to, like, if you're just like, you'd be able to see.
But they're shoes. They're shoe prints, not bare feet.
Mhm.
Was it wearing boots?
Roll a perception check. Or, I mean, a history check.
Oh boy.
Can I
also do a history
telepathically
check?
Can I telepathically hop in my earring and be like, are they the same size as Stowe's feet? And that's okay. That's wow, Gabriel, your cloak is so impressive.
My brain is going there, but let me see first. 16. 15 plus 1.
You
Sir.
don't remember him wearing boots, but you're not sure if that's a memory thing or if your dream just
Admitted it.
made this guy bigger and scarier than he actually was. Like, you're not sure, but he wasn't wearing boots in your dream.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put my boot next to it.
Your boots are big. You're a big guy,
Yeah. They're
but
bigger.
these prints are bigger.
No way. Huh. If I go out to the window, what does this window show on the grounds?
Look at my map. Going out to it depends on which window.
Oh, there's multiple.
There are multiple. There are 2 walls that have windows. There's the east wall and the south wall.
Okay. Are they like about the same size window?
The ones on the south, yeah, because the walls on the east and the south wall, or the windows, I mean, like I said, they're the really big lattice covered windows. They're kind of like taking up most of the wall kind of windows. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check.
So-
I'll check both.
Okay. So to the south, that garden that you saw, with the fountain, that is what you're looking at there.
I did wonder if I would see the garden through one. Okay.
To the east, you actually see just a little bit of, so the grounds on this side of the house, it's just kind of like a side yard. It's only about 15 feet wide before it reaches the fence. And then the rest of the neighborhood is what you're looking at here.
Okay. Then he hangs by the window looking at the garden just for a little bit to get like some air. But Nova, you said that these plants are new.
A lot of this wasn't here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little distracted.
Yeah.
So you catch some things. Are these plants, are they like as overgrown as like some of the grounds are, or are they like dying, or what?
The plants in the garden or the potted plants in the room?
The potted plants, and then maybe the garden.
The potted plants they're like fern type plants. They're just like typical like house plants.
Okay.
Pretty sturdy.
Then they appear to, the dirt is very dry, so they appear to have maybe not been taken care of too well in the last little bit, and they're very wilted.
Fair enough.
The grounds are overgrown.
Okay.
But not months worth of overgrowth. So it does appear that there has been periodic, like someone has taken the time to periodically come and care for this garden. Maybe somebody from the city, or maybe the groundskeeper just has stuck with the house. But it appears that maybe they haven't been back in a few 10 days.
Nova, do you want to see if we'll be allowed to do
The dream?
it? Would be here. That's where it ended.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I did tell him beforehand that we'd be needing to do some rituals, so I don't see why not.
I don't think I'm gonna get the bed for this.
Where do you want to lay down? And I'll set it up.
Where I saw her.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
But I trust you.
Yeah, no pressure. Okay.
Don't think of it like relying on you, but I trust you.
Hey.
And I don't know if it's gonna help you or anything, and I'm like reaching out to like I want your hand so I can put the little piece of wallpaper with the blood in your hand.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know. Anything that helps. I don't really know how this works.
Okay.
Tallice,
Yes.
I'm gonna commit unconscious now.
Okay. I promise I won't steal your things while you're dead. Nova, did you fart? It's a little sulphurous in here.
Excuse me, no!
Okay, just checking.
A woman died here.
And it's, a little stinky. A little.
I know what you're
People
talking
die everywhere, dang.
Wow.
I'm gonna lay on my back in that spot. It's not comfortable with the horns. Hold on. Kind of like roll on my side.
I'm wearing my deep V pantsuit. I don't have my jacket. You're beat, fam.
It's fine.
Take the bag of holding. Use that as a pillow.
There you go.
I have no idea what a bag of holding like feels like on the outside.
Yeah, like would it feel like a full bag with like hard things in it, or would it be like squishy?
I mean, it says that it always feels like it's 15 pounds, but I don't know if it's comfortable. I've slept on my backpack in an airport though. It's fine.
I think Nova probably put a couple pillows in there because she knew that this was happening. So pull a pillow.
We'll take a pillow out.
Yeah,
and we'll
pull
use
pillow
that.
out.
Anyway, laying down.
Okay,
Alright.
so I think Nova's going to approach this one a little bit differently because we actually have the room, we have blood, we have this card. So I think before she casts sleep on him, she puts down the reverse card and subtly puts the blood on top of the card, like the wallpaper on top of the card, like right by his face, and cast sleep, and will attempt to see if setting up a different form of the ritual could open it up somehow.
Okay.
We're designing rituals.
She's never done this before. She's never been in like the same place as the dream before. She's like, this is weird for her.
Custom rituals is one of my favorite things in D&D. I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think Nova's a little nervous, so she's taking all the help she can get.
Gabriel is just watching. He's very curious, but he's being respectful.
What is Raynar doing?
Also watching, he has come into the room, but he's leaning against the wall that's just next to the door. Basically also keeping respectful distance, also watching curiously.
I don't think anyone's ever watched Nova do this before because the only people that have done this have been asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And usually she's in a tent, so no one actually watches when she does it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay, so much like when she's casting spells, all of her runes light up. And it's it's a lot brighter than when she's casting spells.
Mm-hmm.
Glowy.
Your
Very
eyes
glowy.
also glaze over a very faint purple color.
Yay!
Yay! Hell yeah!
All of her senses to you guys are deafened and blinded. She can't hear or see anybody. She's completely vulnerable to whatever happens to her, considering she's just not here. But Raynar and Gabriel are watching respectfully, but very curiously.
I want to keep an eye and an ear out for anything weird, like if a giant demon person
Just comes in and stabs right through the dream.
Yeah.
Thanks for the backup.
Okay. So, sir, you lose consciousness. Sleep envelops you, as I was about to say before you did that, like a comfortable blanket.
Nailed it.
And it is comfortable. It is a moment of just one of those very deep, comfortable sleeps before your eyes open. And you're sitting at a desk. In an office with green walls, bookshelves lining them. Nova, you're standing at the front of the desk as if you were in the first room.
It's the desk from the first stream in the study.
Mm-hmm. Same office,
Shit.
same desk.
Same
And you
letter?
look down.
Am
Same
I
letter.
writing?
Ah, shit!
Ah! Ah!
Wait.
Same letter! Same letter!
I'm writing. I'm the dude writing the letter. Which means that because she's still she's at the She's not dead. I think. No, wait.
We
Was
haven't
she?
checked.
She
We haven't
died.
checked.
We haven't checked. Okay.
I thought we did find out that one lady was
I
killed
think
a little
she was
while
killed later.
She was
the
killed
meter
later,
was-
later,
You
but
were
we didn't go there to
Told by
check.
someone that she was killed later.
She was killed later. Fudge. Okay. So he's just yeah. Now the last time I was here, I was watching this third person, and then everything started like catching on fire.
Mhm.
But so I'm just writing, and it was in Elvish, right?
Mhm.
Is Nova? What do I look like? I never focused on his face.
This is somebody that you had seen in the portraits, Nova. You are looking at a man with shorter but curly hair, dark, tan skin, human mostly except for the ears, which look to be coming to a slight point. Elves in my setting have like massive ears.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious when someone is a half elf because they
Yeah.
mostly have human ears that come to a slight point.
Yeah.
Wearing pretty, we'll say business casual clothing, but on the higher end side.
What on the inside?
On the higher end.
Oh, on the
of
higher
like
end.
yeah. Sir, you appear to have just finished signing it. Your quill is at the very end of the L of Nathaniel.
How do I feel?
Of Nathaniel?
Yeah, this is Nathaniel writing to
Elizabeth.
writing to Elizabeth.
Oh shit.
I hope this letter finds you well. You will not find me the same way. I regret to tell you, my love, that things did not turn out in the way that we planned. I will not be able to meet you where we originally agreed. If this letter even finds you, just know, my love, that our Lord will reward me in the highest regard if you can continue what we started. Yours always, Nathaniel. Was what I wrote.
That's it.
How do I feel? I've just finished
So-
this letter.
Yep, there is this moment where you've just finished the letter. You feel a sense of urgency. You feel a sense of panic. Hold on one sec.
And I want to know where this letter ended up. Did it reach her?
There is a very weird sensation of you're looking through the perspective of yourself. So like you can't see yourself as if you were just sitting here at this desk. But there is a feeling of dissociation where you have this perspective, but there is also a sense of you and yourself kind of in the peripheral. So you basically have two consciousnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the one writing the letter is dominating over yourself. So you're basically watching.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yep.
It's a very abstract feeling.
Yeah, no, I mean, thank God we have modern, like, I'm imagining, like, playing a video game. Where it's like, I'm seeing through a character, and if I get
Yeah.
immersed, then I lose it,
Yeah.
but I also perceive that I'm someone
Yes.
outside of a someone.
Yes.
So if I just, like, let go and let Nathaniel do what he's gonna do next.
Then Nathaniel is going to continue moving and doing
Okay.
what Nathaniel is doing.
Okay. And where does he go? Does he seal the letter and
So he quickly and very hastily, so it is not neat, folds the letter into thirds and takes it in his hand, almost in his fist. The letter becomes a bit crunched and wrinkled, and he gets up very quickly from the desk, kind of a slap on the desk, stands up very quickly. The chair hits the back of his knees as he stands. The chair falls back a bit. He does not pay attention to the chair falling, and he moves very quickly to the door.
Okay.
The room is not on fire like it was before.
If damn, I don't. The dreams are weird, but sir, the consciousness behind is basically trying to speak out and just urge Nova to follow him because I can't see you.
You don't even need to ask. She's like right on his heels.
And you can't anyway.
Yeah, and you can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
And
try
I
you get the
couldn't
feeling of not-
respond. Like I can't communicate
Mhm.
with you either.
You try and you get this feeling of not being able to speak, which has kind of a feeling of panic to you momentarily, because it's like the kind of dream where you try to scream but you can't, sort
Ugh,
of feeling
I hate that.
to you specifically. You find that you aren't able to speak. Moves quickly to the door, throws it open. When the door opens, it's chaos. The noise.
He was writing this while I was. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Forgive my expletives. I don't know.
It's okay. There's chaos. Lots of noise, screaming, thumping, crashing. You can hear wood breaking, furniture being thrown. He moves out into the hallway. Now I need my map. Moves out into the hallway, finding yourself kind of in the atrium where the stairs were. Stairs kind of come up in a curve, and I can send you a map specifically, but I will describe it as well. Stairs kind of come up in a curve and leave a bit of an atrium. That is a square where all the rooms of the house kind of surround it. Comes out from the right side, rushes into this atrium area. Now is where you are feeling heat. There's no fire that you can see, but the air is kind of doing that wobble that it does when there's an extreme heat off in the distance.
Like a desert. Hey, I got it!
Oh,
Like a desert!
which is the original room. It was the
Yes!
heat. It was a feeling.
Because I think you described the heat of the desert like this as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm not, because I just pulled up the other dream. Hang on. Notes!
Where? So the study is on the second floor. Like, where is it in relative to the room that real Sir is in right now?
So the study is on the first floor. Actually.
Okay.
The room that you're currently in is on the second floor. If you're looking at what I sent you, it is number 12.
Yes.
But it is to the eastern side of the house. The stairs kind of come up in a curve, and the hallways go out east and west. And the master suite is to the far east side of the home, overlooking the garden that is at the front of the home.
All right. So the study was on the lower level.
East side, lower level. Basically the corner around like 4, the upper corner of that area.
Okay.
There. It is on the east side, lower level. So he comes out of that door and kind of moves around the stairs so that he's in the middle of that area that's by the stairs. He stumbles a bit, tripping a bit over his shoes, jumps when he hears a crash, and is like backing up as he's looking up, because there's kind of like a mezzanine sort of area, like a loft almost, that you can kind of see as you move towards the southern part of the house, because you can see the upper rooms, because the stairs is very open. It's very open and vaulted ceilings. So he's backing up and he's looking. He hesitates a moment because he hears a scream. His breath catches into his chest, turns, begins to run towards the front door.
And am I able to shift my weird pseudo third person perspective anywhere away from what he's looking at?
You can try. Roll me. We'll call it a wisdom check.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. 6.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna try to look at. So
That's okay.
Nova is looking around.
You
now.
have that inspiration.
if I'm right, when else are you gonna use it? Sure, I'll use the inspiration if I can. I know it kind of was adjudicated already. Chel.
Yes, sorry. I was reading something. Yeah.
I'm
You
okay.
can go ahead and use your inspiration. That's fine. I will allow that.
We're on the lower level, right?
10. He's not wisdom, is 10.
10? Yes, Nova, you are on the lower level. Yeah, you are able to shift your perspective.
Okay, because if he's heading towards the front door, I want to just see into that sitting room because I know it's open with the columns. I want to try and I'm trying to piece together the timeline of events.
Okay. As he turns and begins to run towards the front door, there appears to be nothing of note in the sitting room quite yet.
Okay.
Sitting room is a sitting room.
Okay. I think okay. I'm gonna guess I don't really get to perceive past him leaving the house.
Correct.
Yeah.
He makes it to about number 1 on the map. When from the left room, someone sprints and kind of collides with him. It is somebody that you have recognized from the portraits. Someone, it was one of the men who had the longer curly hair. He has blood all over him. His hair is kind of slick with it. Does not appear to be injured. There's a moment of collision where they both kind of stumble. And then the man that you have now known as Nathaniel grabs this man's shoulders and speaks out loud. But you can't hear it. You just see him moving his lips. Nova, you are paying attention. I will allow you to make a perception check to see if you can read them. I know you.
Because I feel like she's literally just circling the two of them.
Once if Nova ever takes that feat where you can read lips, like it's over for
Observant?
everyone.
I've already thought about it. Hell yeah! So that's I think that's the same thing as last time. I think that's a 24. 24.
Okay. So you see him mouthing, "Are you all right?" The other man shakes his head very emphatically.
Oh.
He shoves the letter in that man's hand. And shoves him towards the door. And says, "Get that to her. Go now."
Okay.
And that man hesitates. I don't know if you were trying to say something to me, but you are muted, Dylan. Just heads up. Okay. That man hesitates. Nathaniel yells, "Go," one more time. Man leaves through the front door.
When he leaves through the front door, is it daytime, nighttime? Is it cloudy?
It's pitch black.
So it's nighttime.
No, pitch black.
Oh,
You
just
can't see
pitch black.
anything.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if I were
Nathaniel.
to turn around and look, because Nathaniel's standing here, and then it goes into like the atrium, like the big hallway. Is there any mess behind him?
In the main
Like
area
blood?
where he turned
Yeah.
and was like looking, there wasn't before. There is now.
Oh shit. Okay. Like blood and just chaos. Mm-hmm.
He turns to run back into the house. Something collides with him. And he flies into something big, but it's a blur. You can't see what it is. It's just this blur of this movement. Collides with him, and they crash into the seating room.
Yeah!
And he's no, okay.
Oh shit! I'm hitting stuff. Yeah, they pick up. They mash.
Oh, fuck.
On
the wall.
The ground, hands behind you, holding him up, elbows bent. He's backing up on the ground. As you look up to see what it is, you wake up.
Nathaniel. Nathaniel.
Yeah.
I'll go kneel by them.
That other guy, do we know his name?
What happened? Are you
asking me?
alright?
I'm just asking the room.
Okay.
Who?
The curly-haired guy, the other one.
Nathaniel, come out. Someone got out.
I'm gonna look at the portraits and see if I can find him again.
So you rush to the downstairs where you saw those portraits?
Yeah, I think she's
Okay, so
bolting.
Gabriel's
Excuse
like,
us.
I'm gonna help.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Sir
shut
get
up and I sit in the
yeah.
table.
What'd you say, Vic?
I'm just gonna like help Sir get up, and I'm just like.
And that's kind of Raynar too. He's like,
But I'm like following after Nova, but like I turn over my shoulder and I'm like, someone got out.
I look at Raynar and I'm just like, and then I run after them.
They'll follow.
I grabbed the card, by the way, before I left.
Okay. And do you grab the piece of wallpaper
Yes,
too?
because it's on top
Okay.
of the card, so I
Yeah,
would have grabbed
okay.
both of them.
Okay. Yeah, you rush downstairs and down the hallway to the portraits, down in that atrium where the stairs are, to the big group portrait. Yeah, you see him there.
Who are we looking for?
Him.
I look at the Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who this guy
Raynar?
is? Do you know this guy? This
He
guy?
only knew Karen.
No, I'm sorry. I only I said,
Raynar,
I
do you
only
know who that
the
is?
picture. I've met him before. I don't quite know his name. I could ask in a few databases, see if there's anything I could find out, but I don't. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Do you think
Raynar.
there's anyone else who would know who he is?
I'm sure there's plenty of people. They had parties here all the time.
He was there, but he got out.
He got out of the building the night it happened. There could be a member of the Cormathis family alive.
I don't know anything about anyone unaccounted for. Unfortunately, I haven't been a part of the investigation in that way. That's an interesting development. Do you have evidence? This is Gabriel speaking.
Nova looks so offended right now. She's so used to this, but every time it happens, she's like, "Fuck!"
I get it. It's magic. And I'm like using the portrait to, my music is really epic right now, so I'm using the portrait to kind of explain. I'm just like, Nathaniel Cormathis was writing a letter to Elizabeth, who was not here at the time. She was out at the fucking meadery or whatever, and he came, and I'm like doing it now. I'm like, he came down the stairs here, and he ran into him right here. And he handed him the letter, and he went out the front door. Nathaniel didn't make it. He was hit against this wall here, slid down, rested for a bit, moved on upstairs. He got up and went up to that room we were in.
And this was a dream that you had?
It was like 3 dreams. They all tied together. They were just in a different order.
Okay. I can take it into consideration.
If there is a member of the Cormathis family that's still alive, then that is someone that knows exactly what happened.
Yes. I'm not saying I don't believe you. There's lots of magic that happens. There's many things that could cause a dream to be true. I'm not saying that I don't believe you, and I will take it. I recognize how condescending saying I will take it into consideration.
That's all
sounds.
everyone ever tells me. That's what Sagan said too, and he didn't. Still was just like storming in circles, like my magic's real.
It's. I could prove it if we could find the letter, because I know exactly what it says.
Instead of waiting for Reyna or someone to go through these channels to figure out who it is, if we can find someone who knew the family well, I can show them what he looks like, and I'll make a silent image of at least what I can see of the guy that they're pointing to in the portrait. I don't know if that'll help make things faster, but do we want to do this now?
We need to see if he got the letter to Elizabeth.
We need to go to the meadery.
What about, where was he writing the letter that you're talking about?
The study. It's on this floor, and I'll just.
I think both Nova and Ace are like, let's go to the study.
Yeah, and I'll like go up to the door and I'll be like, it's the study right here. There's a desk, there's bookshelves, and there's green walls.
I'll follow.
There is a desk and there are bookshelves and there are green walls. I've been in this study before. You're more than welcome to go in.
But I've never been in there.
I don't disbelieve you.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a little bit manic. I will open the door to the study.
Okay. You open the door. There is the green textured wallpapered walls, the bookshelves lining them. A lot of the books have been removed.
For evidence?
In fact, most of them have. Does Nova ask?
Yeah.
Yes, most of the belongings in areas that were we deemed to be of importance to the family belongings have been removed to be examined. So there's things in the study have been removed, things in the bedrooms have been removed, those sorts of things.
If there's no one left in the family, what happens to all of their valuables in the first place?
The city will take possession of them eventually, after a period of time as dictated by law, and they will either be sold or donated.
Belongs to him. I mean, I don't know what I expect to find in here.
Do I see that symbol anywhere?
Look for the symbol.
Roll an investigation check.
She's so can I look?
Natural one.
Oh,
I was gonna say that I was doing it too, but
I
guess I'll roll.
Or you could roll, Del. It's up to you.
You can roll.
Okay, I'll just.
I only have a +1.
Can I look for more footprints while he's doing that?
Sure.
5 for me.
Oh, buddy.
They cleared it out.
Is this investigation or perception?
How are you looking? Are you just kind of walking around, or are you getting down and dirty and on the ground and like actually searching?
I think she's just like I don't think she's actually on all fours. I think she's just like kind of walking pacing the room.
Smell for the silver.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a perception check then.
Okay. Nova does not get on the floor. Thank you. So that's 21.
Okay. The scorched footprints that you saw before, you do not find in this office.
Okay. So, I think that confirms things. Is the chair still there? Is it still on the ground, or has it been lifted back up?
It's been lifted back up, but it is still there.
Does it look like the desk has any secret compartments?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check to see if you can.
15.
Okay. Going through the desk, opening a few drawers, feeling the lining, trying to find if there are any mechanisms, any notches, anything like that. In the bottom drawer of the desk, you do find a notch. Desk has a false bottom.
Is it trapped?
You already found it.
Is it trapped?
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Well, I didn't
no.
open it though.
I'll say with that, we can like have it be like a combined investigation check. You do find a trap. It's been sprung.
Oh.
Okay,
It's
I'll
probably
open
empty
it.
in there. They've already found it.
That does their job to find
Yeah.
these things.
Gabriel sees you like fumbling with it, and will. If you found the false bottom, it's already been found and played out as well.
Okay.
And answer me this one question: why are you so interested? It seems strange that just citizens of Waterdeep that own a bar are this invested in the murder of a family.
Well, first of all, we're not just citizens, we're like adventurers. Write that down.
Write that down! In your notes, write that down! So sassy.
We help people.
And I'm sure the people that you help are appreciative. My question still stands.
Well, for me, personally, it's something that I've been doing for a while now. And especially when reoccurring dreams turn out to be memories, I find myself a little bit more invested.
So you think these dreams are memories?
Potentially.
Star's looking. He's like looking down. Like he's like.
I've mentioned this to Stagget before, but again, he told me there's not much he can do either.
I am already breaking quite a few rules allowing you to be here. Are you sure that these are memories, or that you're not just experiencing the memories of another person?
Either way, it would find an answer to what happened here.
At that point, what's the difference?
If there is a devil involved, wouldn't the Magisters want to know?
The reason that I'm asking this question is because I'm trying to determine how many more rules I'm going to break and what I'm going to tell you.
Well, I did ask Stagget that if we could corroborate the evidence of potential devil activity, that he would take me on as a consultant. Would that help?
Gabriel,
Yes.
I will go up to him.
Okay.
I'm putting my hands upon his shoulders.
He's like,
No, I look tired and sad and distraught, and I'm just. Before 2 months ago, I didn't know a damn thing. I was a blank slate. If they're memories of another person, they're the only memories I've got. And that's at the worst. At the best, I am Nathaniel Cormathus, and this is my family.
Nova did not want to say that, but she was waiting for Ace to say it first.
It is my truth to say if it is true. Which I'll add that on. It is my truth to say if it is true. And if that's the case, then something very strange has happened. You're a man of the law.
That.
But if you're friends with Raynar, then I believe you are also a good man who wants to help people. So help me.
Roll persuasion check.
I feel like Raynar and I are just like looking at each other like,
Oh no, the dice! I rolled a 3!
no.
6!
Okay.
That's the dice. It's those 2 natural 20s. They spurned me.
Yeah.
I am already breaking quite a few rules having you here. You can let go of me, by the way.
I'll like.
Okay.
Because I've been touching nasty shit.
There are things that I don't know about the investigation. I'm not on the lowest of the totem pole, but I'm not the highest either. And there are things that I'm not privy to. There's speculation that I'm not privy to as far as this investigation is going. I was here when the house was being cleaned and when evidence was being taken. I can tell you that a journal and a box was pulled out of that drawer.
Where were they taken?
I assume to Castle Waterdeep, where most evidence from investigations are kept.
Was there a mark or symbol on the box?
There was some sort of carving on it, yes.
Oh no, here we go.
I'll go to like Nova. You have a drone, right? And he's like,
Okay.
I can just minor illusion it, like make it like a little.
I think
like,
Nova would just, because she's already got the dream,
Yes.
she would just open it.
yeah, and
flip.
I'll hold up the notebook with the drawing of the symbol.
That, I mean, I saw it in like passing when they were removing it. It's possible that that's the symbol. I can't say for certain. I can say for maybe 45% certain, but I don't want to tell you and have it be wrong.
Okay.
It vaguely resembles.
Okay. I think
I will also tell you. And he kind of looks at Raynor and is like, and Raynor kind of gives him an encouraging, like,
Anything said here will not be left these walls.
activity with fiends, devils, etc. is not out of the question. It is on the table as far as speculation goes.
Has it been on the table since day one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
There are other things they are considering, but since that seems to be something you're focusing on, I will confirm that it's also something that they are considering.
that is all that we can learn here today. Gabriel,
Yes.
if there is a surviving member of the Cormathis family, your assistance today could very well save his life. And that's
Let's
doing
hope.
your job. Okay. I need some air. And I'm taking off the gloves.
Okay.
I'm done, y'all. I gotta go.
He will escort you out if that is what you guys are deciding to do.
I want to get one last really
I was
good
just
look at the portrait of the
saying.
guy that they were pointing to that they said escaped. I want to like commit his face to memory so that I can recreate it if I need to.
Okay. I won't even make you roll for it. This is something that you've done pretty frequently. You are absolutely able to kind of sit there, study his facial features, study the way he's standing in the portrait, all of those things to be able to commit that to memory to create a silent image if you needed to.
Could I just do one final, like, cursory look around, starting at where we first found the footprints and try and trace where the area it stayed in or the area it moved to?
So going back upstairs to the suite?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Just roll like a perception check.
Okay. Please be nice. Hey! 23.
Okay. Easy enough. Like I said, the footprints are very sporadic, so it's a bit it's difficult in that you're struggling a bit to find a clear pathway.
Mm-hmm.
The footprints seem to be concentrated in this area. They do move to the hallway and then completely stop.
Okay. Okay. I will, as long as like I know like the area it's in, I'm gonna follow Ace out after.
Okay. All right. Is everybody leaving?
Yep.
Okay. Gabriel will follow behind with Raynar. Lock the door behind him. Pocket the key. If you need anything, just let me know. I can be found generally at Castle Waterdeep unless I'm working, of course. But Raynar can usually get a hold of me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to lock the gate behind you though, so let's get out of the grounds.
Cool.
And he'll escort you to the street. Lock the gate. I will bring up what you've said to my superiors.
Uh,
All right. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
And he will begin to move down the street. Raynar does stay with you guys though.
Oh. Some crazy shit in there, you guys.
I sounded like a crazy person. I said, I am Nathaniel Cormatis. Oh my god. I got swept up in it.
You're only a little less crazy because I saw it too.
Yeah. They all three of them, they linked up.
I know.
It was always Nathaniel.
Have you explained what your dream was to poor Tallice here who did not experience it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So she's just like
I'm probably like picking a ladybug up off of the ground and kind of just like
Yeah,
looking.
because Nova does not share dreams between clients, so like she would never tell Tallice's dream and vice versa. It would be up to them to share that information.
It's complicated.
Well, you don't have to tell me now. You don't have to tell me at all. I'm just a little confused, but if you need help finding that guy, I know his face. I could spot him out of a crowd a mile away. Well, actually, no, I probably couldn't because I'm not Nova. But if we had a baby, the baby
We had a baby!
He pulls you two into a hug.
I hug you. I hug you both.
And then while hugging them, because I can easily just turn to Raynar over your heads, I'll give him like more of like a and mouth a thank you. No. Doesn't seem a huggy type.
To Raynar?
Yeah, I gave him a
Yeah.
nod and a thank you.
He'd hug you if you wanted.
Oh,
I hug Rainy all the time!
Hugged Rainy.
What are you talking about? We've hugged Rainy!
both of these two at the same time.
Rainy. Get in here, Rainy.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to walk out of a house that's a murder site and be hugging.
Yes. I hope you found what you were looking for at the very least. I know it seems like the information that you gathered both helped and also confused you more.
Yes?
For that, I'm sorry.
Such
Well-
is the state of things.
I think we kind of expected that we wouldn't get all the answers. I think we got some good ground to start on.
Having expectations doesn't negate the hope.
Yeah.
And
Do you need anything?
Well, I think the potential of the guy we're looking for is at the meadery, because he was at least there at some point to drop off the letter, right?
we need to know if he got the letter to her, because either way, she is still dead.
Yeah.
But it was sometime afterwards. So we have one member of the Cormathis family unaccounted for. The hell is his name? How hard is it to not remember? He's a noble, for Christ's sake. Ugh.
He did appear very young.
Okay.
Late teens, early 20s, maybe.
Okay.
Should we try to ask
Rainy,
someone?
could you ask around and see if you know if you could find his name at the very least?
Yeah, that's the least that I can do.
But it is the only thread that we have at the moment. Well, besides the box, but I don't think that we're going to be getting into hassle anytime soon. That's sort of a no-go.
Yeah, that's kind of like way too big of a favor.
I don't think that I could even do that. I don't
Yeah.
think even Mert could do that.
It's alright. Hopefully maybe the Magisters can be tackling this from one end of it and we can tackle it from the other, and maybe we meet somewhere in the middle.
What time of day is it?
Mid-afternoon now, like 2-ish, 3-ish.
Do you want to go home or do you want to go to their farm thing?
Well, I think it might be better if we know his name if we go. Because if we just go there showing a portrait asking who's the, like, I don't see them being as cooperative.
Yeah.
But at least if we know a name.
Yeah. As far as anyone is concerned, none of us are connected to the family, or we have no credit.
Yeah.
It was the Fyland Meadery, owned by Elizabeth Cormathis' family.
Yeah.
You guys speculated that she married into the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't staying at the house at the time. I mean, there are still things here and there that concern me, but right now I have a splitting headache and want to do something that one of you want to do.
Out of character, how long would it take for someone to quickly get from here to there, to the meadery?
It's out in the Undercliff, and
Yeah.
you're currently in the North Ward, so 25-ish minutes if you're like running.
Okay. Okay. So he'd have to run for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Well, probably longer if he was taking short breaks between
It
spurts.
was, yeah, it was the middle of the night. I don't think he would even have tried to stop Audrey. That's a very good point, Nova.
And I don't.
It's not.
And if it was, well, if it was the middle of the night, I'm not sure if the door was black, so I couldn't tell the exact time of day or night. But if it was nighttime, not many would have saw him.
Yeah. I mean, a young man covered in blood running through the streets, that would have gotten attention in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
The question is just, did he make it?
I don't know.
What wards do you have to pass through if he was making his way to the Undercliff?
The North Ward,
The field?
The field ward.
Field Ward, and then the Undercliff.
A young noble running in the middle of the night through the field ward. Unarmed. Manic. Covered in blood. It's not the most,
Subtle.
nor the most successful sounding of journeys.
There's also the potential that whatever was in that house followed him after he was done with you, Nathaniel?
I might have gotten a little bit too hasty there. Let's not jump to that. We're not doing a Nathan or God's not a Nate.
I'm just saying
I'm
that
Ace.
if Nathaniel didn't last long, there could have been a potential for him to go, whatever that was, to go finish any last eyewitnesses.
It's true.
Either
wasn't-
way, if we could find that letter, it would definitely help things, whether he's alive or dead.
Yes. If we find the letter, that could mean a lot. Okay.
How about we go back to the inn for now?
Mhm.
3 of Cups for now. Kind of de-stress, relax, maybe try some hookah to calm down.
Yeah. Or
Give me an hour or two. I will see what I can find out about names.
Okay, just meet us back at the 3 of Cups. That's what
Alright.
it'll be for a while.
Can do. And
you,
he'll like pat Sir on the shoulder and just be like, we'll figure it out.
you are an endless well of kindness.
Yeah,
I
we
do
love you,
try.
Rainy.
I know.
I
And
know.
he'll go.
The apple really did fall really far from the tree with him, huh?
We gotta get him. You know, it's funny that you said apple. I was about to say we need to get him one of those like fruit arrangements where they carve the fruit into like little flowers, or like just something really like snazzy, because he's just been helping a lot.
He does deserve many more rewards than we could ever give him at this point.
I agree.
Do you want to go back to the 3 of Cups and relax and work? Do you want to go to the Yawning Portal and not have to work? What do you want to do?
We
I
can go back to
don't
the 3 of Cups. He doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
We can go
I don't
upstairs.
know
Go
if
to the
I'll
second floor.
I don't know if I'll actually relax, but I don't really think that I need to be seeing Leora in this sort of state.
Okay.
That's just lemon juice on an open wound. It is.
Yeah.
I thought you kind of like that. Alright, okay.
So you guys are heading back to the bar?
Yeah, 3 of Cups.
All right. I think that is a good segue into a break.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that was so.
So-
Oh,
We'll take about 5-ish minutes to get drinks, go to the bathroom, etc., and we will be back in a minute.
Hell yeah, BRB fam. Hello.
Got me mid-drink there.
Sorry.
No, you're
Hello,
good.
we're back.
Hi, welcome back to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Resurfaced. We've had a good break. I'm sitting here drinking buffalo sauce because I really wanted something spicy. Yeah, there we are. Are you guys ready to get back into it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
This is the best show on Twitch.
Where we drink hot
Deal.
sauce and we talk about devil summoning or whatever.
And hot
On brand.
chips.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have been. Are you set back on your journey to the Three of Cups? Where I just got a message notification and I guarantee you it's Angie trying to say something about me drinking hot sauce. So you're back at the Three of Cups. What are you doing?
I think I probably take Ace up to the second floor to chill in the hookah lounge while we wait for Rainy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably go up there and chill too, because I don't think it's quite time that we open. So I'll probably just go and smoke some hookah, get a nice buzz, because we open at like 5, right?
Yeah, we open
Yeah,
at
you
like
open
we
for
open at like
evening.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so we have
Okay.
like an hour or two until.
I just want to roll a portable hole on the floor and crawl inside.
We could do that and kind of see what happens.
Hotbox the portable hole.
Oh god! That's actually a great idea!
That's actually
That's kind of brilliant!
Let's hookah hotbox the portable
hold on.
hole.
You do only have 10 minutes of air in there.
So after the air runs
It's
out, we
gonna
can
be
just
a real
breathe.
good.
It's gonna be like
it's
concentrated.
We will
You just stick your face in, take a breath, and come back out?
yeah, no, that's what.
Go
that's kind of
in.
more what I meant. Yeah,
Tip your head out to get fresh air.
it's like doing it under a
Sure, let's
parachute.
do this. We have nothing better
Yeah.
to do, so we hotbox the portable hole.
Sounds really fun. I'm ready.
I will unfold it, and I'll be like, hold on, look, move the hookah stuff, and I will roll it out in the middle of the hookah lounge. Take some of her pillows, toss them in there.
Do we hear them hit a ground in there?
No, it's just like it's like a little demi-plane, basically. Things just kind of exist and kind of
It's just there.
float. Yeah, you're
This
just
is
there.
it.
There's
This is
no
how we
bottom?
PK. It's
Wait,
a
there's-
room. It's a little room.
Do you want to like tie my? Oh, didn't I get an endless rope?
Yeah.
Should we, like, tie the-
Would it be better if I put it on the wall so we can walk in?
Probably.
Probably.
Hold on.
Wait.
Toss the rest of the pillows in. Look at take your rug, roll that up, toss that in there. Pick up the portable hole, put it on the wall. Alright, there we go. Love magic. I'm going in.
Oh no, it's a rope of climbing.
All right. You guys go into your portable hole.
So are we just floating? Are we just like floating?
I'll say there's a floor. It's like a little.
This is
room.
how we distract ourselves from trauma. We hotbox a portable hole.
I mean, I'll see what it officially says, but yeah, it might.
What would
I think
happen
it's
if you
just
were inside and you reached for the edge and like pulled it closed?
well. So okay, so it does say though, when the hole is folded up, a creature within the hole's space can make a strength check to basically shunt themselves out of it. So we have like an
Oh.
emergency break. You have to
Cool.
beat a DC 10 strength check.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, it says it is creates an extra dimensional hole. It's 10 feet deep. It's a cylindrical space.
Oh.
Oh, so we're in like a cool like cylinder room. Tight.
Yeah.
It's like a hole.
Yeah.
I'll say the three of you could get into it though. It's
Hell
a little
yeah.
crampy,
It's a
but
little,
yeah.
little cozy.
Can we bring a hookah in with like Nova's most dank stuff?
Yeah.
Just go
Sure.
ahead.
Don't bring the bag of holding here.
No.
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 Just I'm saying it on the record. that we didn't bring.
I had it in my. I had it in here.
That no one carried the bag
Waiting.
in here.
You mean you
Be
don't
dead.
want to open a portal into the astral plane and float for all of eternity?
No, Astral Sea, I'm good with that. No, thank you.
It could be kind of cool.
We had a good run. What are we?
It's a whole new. It turns into a whole new campaign at that point.
Waterdeep, I don't know her.
Waterdeep? Avertus? What was that planned? Nope. We're just in the Astral Sea now.
But yeah, we
All right.
we hotboxing.
Sounds good.
Hotboxing the portable hole.
So 10 minutes. Are you guys like sticking your head out to like get air and then hop back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is it a case of do we have to like close the hole and then open it back up to like refill it with air? Okay, then yeah, just a. So every now and then a head just pops out of a hole in the wall.
Do like a little lung air refresh and then get right back into it.
Okay.
I really wish this was a real thing. God damn it.
How long are you guys doing this?
I think Nova only needs about 5 minutes, and she's good.
Yeah, we'll probably only be in there for like 10, 15 minutes tops. Like,
Okay.
probably not much longer than like the air supply.
All right, that's fine. You can get yourself settled after you've hotboxed a portable hole.
Now, if we just leave the hookah like running in there and we close it, will it get like real dank in there? And we can just kind of like a paper bag. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think that's how the hookah works.
That's also not how a portable hole works. It's fine. I feel chilly now.
Okay. All right. So you're just kind of hanging out after all of this, waiting for Rainer to come? Okay. He does eventually show up after about an hour and a half. You guys are looking considerably calmer.
We were playing with some magic items and figured out a new method. It was pretty brilliant.
I'm hungry.
Well, I have a bit of information for you.
Yes.
Lay it on us, Rainy.
Didn't take too long to find. It was just a matter of apparently he does not go to too many functions, being one of the younger of the family. But his name is Aiden.
Aiden. Wow, Dylan just had a hotbox moment trying to write that. Okay. Aiden.
Do we know if he was pronounced dead?
I don't know. That would be a question for a Magister or a member of the Watch that was doing the investigation.
They had rings, or at least I think some of them did. They would have their initials on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be A something, you know.
Do we want to go check the Miri, see if we can find him or seen someone that's seen him?
You two have already done a lot for me today. I don't want to. It's completely up to you two. I don't want to make it all about me.
I mean, we could take a night off and then just go in the morning.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, showing up late at night anyway. It's probably
Yeah, kinda shady.
Yeah.
All right. That's all that I have
Nice.
for you, though.
Rainy, do you want to step into our portable hole? There's something real special in there.
I'm going to say no. He's
That's
laughing,
very,
though.
that's very, very respectfully way to put it. No.
All right, you all have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Well, you're not gonna hang out?
I do have, unfortunately, business to attend to.
Unfortunate business or just unfortunately business?
Unfortunately, business.
Okay.
But if there's anything that you need, feel free to pop me a message.
Okay.
Raynor, you give so much. When are you going to receive?
What exactly am I receiving?
I mean,
Whatever you want.
I mean, like, you know, why are you so nice?
Is that not normal in your experience?
I don't know. I don't have much.
Fair enough.
You're just like extra helpful. And we kind of feel bad because like we're always asking you help with like questions and finding stuff out, and then like
You never
what do
asked
we?
any- you never asked
Yeah,
for anything in return.
I haven't needed anything in return.
What's that like?
you can use us if you want, Raynor.
Change your diction on that one. What she's trying to say is
Yeah,
you
what?
scratch our back, we'll scratch yours.
we want
We want to
be able to
scratch your
show-
back, Raynor.
Shut up. We want to be able to show our appreciation for all that you've been doing for us.
Well, if you have anything in mind, I am all ears, but I don't need anything from you other than occasional company, as friends do. You rescued me from a very vinegary and fish-filled closet. Not too terribly ago.
I forgot about that.
I think we're okay.
Nova did give you some sandals to wear.
Very, very stylish ones.
Eventually, we have to be even.
I'll give Rainy a kiss on the cheek. Okay.
I'll see you all later.
Okay.
Bye, Rainy Poo.
And he will leave.
Nice.
He's a man.
He's a what?
A man.
You got that right. Tall glass of water. Not as tall as you, though.
Speaking of tall glasses, well, I think I need one because we need to open soon.
Yeah.
Okay. You're more than welcome to go into your own kitchen and get a glass of water. Your staff is currently here, and sorry, my phone. The alarm for the break that we've already taken just went off. Your staff is here and kind of getting ready to go. Sir. A voice sounds in your head as you're kind of moving around and getting set up. Hello. I am Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff. At your earliest convenience, I would very much appreciate an audience with you. Among your friends.
Blackstaff. He was drinking the water. He literally Blackstaff.
Excuse me? What?
She did, and if you didn't hear it, she did finish it with "You may bring your friends."
The Blackstaff would like. We will make ourselves available very soon. Meet where? I was mid drinking what?
So she
Brilliant.
got all of the black stuff, the black stuff. Then she got all that too.
He's drinking the water. And he's high.
Another message does come in. At the Blackstaff Tower. I figured that was self-explanatory. And that will be the end of her message.
My apologies. I know that not everyone has access to the tower, so I just wanted to be sure that he waits like a beat. Nova, Tallice.
What?
Vajra, the Blackstaff. She contacted me with a spell. I think she wants to. Well, she asked me that she specifically wants to speak to me. But and then she was like, "But you can bring your friends."
Okay.
She wants to meet us as soon as we can at the tower.
You want to go now?
She's not really a woman that you keep waiting.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of things about this city. Or
I know. I'm not. I don't care about what she wants. I care about what you want.
Yeah, she can wait. She's a person like anyone else.
I mean,
Are you okay to go?
Are we in a state to go right now?
you might want to drink some more.
I have, but I have my alchemy jug.
No, I just wanna imagine Sir picking up the alchemy jug and just it's pure water. Anytime I want pure, clean water.
It's vinegar.
We've been waiting for her, and I don't know the timing of everything. The fact that she technically said that she specifically at least wanted to speak to me. I mean, she didn't message you two, did she?
No.
But she...
It might have already gotten back to her.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, I think we gotta sober up and go.
Okay.
What do you wear to the Blackstaff Tower?
Whatever you want.
Clothes?
Actually, now that you mention it, it'd be kind of funny to wear nothing.
I know that I really expected that answer from Tallice, but from you. Okay. No. Yeah. Let's
think
get
what
ready.
we wore to with the Magister is fine, because that's like our fancier. I think just stick with what we're wearing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm not wearing my fishnets right now. I haven't put them back on yet.
Okay. I like the fishnets. Let's go!
Wait, can I run back up to my room? Is the moss still on the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll come back down.
Okay.
I'll cast Mask of Many Faces again.
Okay. Heading out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Heading to the Blackstaff. Sorry, I'm pulling something up here.
No. I love my girls, because they're just... The Blackstaff is like any other person. She can wait.
Well, you just went through a traumatizing moment, and I was like, can you go right now? If you can't go, she can wait.
You're a real one. I love you so much.
She doesn't know what you've been through. She can wait.
She may.
I honestly, I'm sure she can like keep herself busy for like one evening.
I will say that before we get in, I'm gonna cast guidance on Ace and just maintain concentration every couple minutes, like recast it if I have to.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so heading out through the city, just getting to a point in the evening where people are starting to kind of head home from work. So there's a bit of a rush hour traffic sort of situation going on. Are you guys walking or are you taking a dray?
Do we see Silas on a dray anywhere?
Only a dray if it's Silas.
No, you do not.
Let's freaking walk off this hookah and aerate ourselves.
Actually, that's a fair point. Nova should be fine because she's. I don't think the two of you are that bad, but should we all make con saves to see how fucked up we are?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Natural 3.
That makes sense.
Plus 2.
18.
Hey, that's pretty good. 17.
You guys are fun. I'm a little like.
That's why you drink water, not vinegar.
Please do.
Maybe I'm turned up on the vinegar instead of the hookah. Maybe it's wine in here. You don't know. Maybe I'm drinking mayonnaise.
You can put wine in there, right? Or is it just beer?
I could do beer. I could do wine. I could do salt water. I could do acid.
Oh.
Poison.
All right. So moving through the streets of Waterdeep, like I said, things have kind of gotten a bit more busy. So there's lots of traffic on the road. There's lots of foot traffic on the sidewalks. You can see that in the roads. Occasionally there are people directing traffic, like city officials, city workers that are in the roads, making sure that traffic is being directed, stopping oncoming traffic, letting the other side go through, stopping that side, letting the other side go through. On a corner, as you kind of get actually into the C ward, you do see some street performers. There is specifically is a trio of minstrels that are playing to a crowd that's a small crowd that's kind of dancing along and clapping. So the city is kind of alive and bustling a bit. But you are able to move through the C ward, kind of down to where the Blackstaff Tower is. Grab my map here, sorry. So the Blackstaff Tower is surrounded by a fence, and it is gated. The tower itself is a very tall, black, of course, smooth stone tower that has no windows and no doors. It sits about 3 stories tall. The wall around it is 20 feet tall, surrounding it with a main gate that has a smaller entrance that people can go in and out of. So like there's the big wrought iron double gate and then a smaller entrance. As you kind of approach the tower, you have this very almost unsettling feeling of being watched as you move forward and approach the tower. And the tower itself, while it appears 3 stories from far away, as you approach it, it kind of has this effect of like growing and almost coming up and over your head. It's a very unsettling experience.
Wowie! Wouldn't that be cool if that could like you could do that as like a person, like as you walk towards people you just got bigger and then like you walked away and you got little?
That is what happens when you walk closer or further away from people.
No, but like a lot.
Perspective.
Listen, being really tall isn't always cracked up to be. Doors are not made for tall.
Speaking of doors, you don't see one?
So
Can
there
we
is kind
get
of
in
a
that gate?
gate? No. It is locked.
Knock, knock.
This is what I was confused about. She was like, meet us at the tower, but
Miss Lady!
her name is Vajra.
There are a few people that are moving about the grounds. And a man wearing a black cloak, a black sweater, and black slacks begins to approach the gate. Cloak kind of billowing behind him. He's a bit older, has kind of salt and pepper hair. Human. Comes up to the gate.
Hello.
Hello.
We have a meeting with the blacksmith today.
You see him kind of do this. Points behind him. Pauses. And then goes to unlock the gate. He does not unlock it with a key, however. The wall the gate is attached to. Puts his palm on. And you can't see his palm because he's touching the wall, but on his face you can see kind of a light blue glow. And then there is a click, and the gate that the apprentices can go through the smaller doorway. He opens.
Thank you.
And he begins to walk towards the tower.
Are we following him?
Yep. I'll skip after him.
Okay. He glides across the grounds with he's very smooth in his movements. Almost unnaturally so.
Is he walking?
Yes, he is walking.
Got a little hoverboard.
This is like Essex when they're like, are his feet on the ground?
It's Heelys. It's just magic Heelys.
He walks up to the tower and again places his palm on it. This time you can see what's happening. A rune kind of equation appears under his palm, and that glows a very light blue. When this happens, there is an indent that starts to appear in the stone that turns, bless you, that turns into, bless you.
Oh no, I have to sneeze too.
That turns into a door, a stone door.
Oh, it's not coming out.
Does he go in, or is he just expecting us to go in?
He steps aside.
Okay. I will go in.
Thanks, mister. And I'll go in.
You're welcome. And he shuts the door behind you. You walk into a room. It has a marble stone floor. That has like gray sort of the coloring in the white marble is very gray and has some black tones. And walls that are similar to the walls of the tower itself, black in obsidian and smooth. This appears to be a waiting room of some kind, a seating area, a holding area. There are no doors. The door behind you closes and there is no door in this room. It disappears. So you are in a circular room with these black walls. The doors are gone. But there are comfortable chairs to sit in, cushioned couches and cushioned chairs. There's a table that has a silver pitcher on a silver platter that has cups. It's filled with water. In the corner, there is also a bar with like crystal decanters that has dark amber liquids in it with cups that you can use as well. as some snacks, like amuse-bouche snacks, very small sort of hors d'oeuvres.
If I take a bunch of the cups and pour the water into it, does the water run out of the jug or does it just keep going? Is it like my jug?
You mean like a never ending? Yeah, it's never ending. And it's very cool and refreshing water.
I'm pouring out a bunch of cups and just putting them on like every surface.
Okay.
Tallice,
Yes?
what are you doing?
Wow.
Okay, first of all, don't ever speak to me again. Second of all, I'm just leaving a little present.
For who?
Just,
There's no one here.
maybe someone that will be thirsty later.
I'm thirsty now. Give me one.
Pick, there's like literally 17 at this point. I'm about to have like another. Do you think if I tilted this jug over in this room, it would fill up the room like a little swimming pool? Should I try it?
No.
I think if you tilt that over and start filling this room, we will just be left in here to drown.
No, we have a portable hole. We'll go in there. Oh wait, breathed all the air.
I'm sitting down.
The couches have a very almost velvety upholstery, the kind that when you run your hand over it changes colors and you can like draw on it.
I think that's what Nova's doing.
But yeah, you are alone in a room with no windows and no doors and a 10-foot tall ceiling.
I'm making a pyramid of the cups filled with water.
Okay.
It's really hard to draw on these when you have to like go all in the same direction.
What are you drawing?
Nothing.
Nova put a little heart on the back of it. It's like a little heart, but just do.
Okay. You are here drawing on furniture with your fingers and stacking water and pouring water cups for about 10 or so minutes.
Why did you give her that?
That's not even my jug, it's her jug.
That's what I'm saying. Why did you put that in this room?
We'll have to ask her when we get there. I'll probably stop after I get
Be a good host.
after I get like a solid pyramid. I'm gonna leave it and draw on the furniture.
It's really impressive, actually. Why don't you do that at the Three of Cups?
I was just gonna say that.
Wait, everything just went robot.
We just asked
I'm
why
sorry.
don't you do that
Why
at the
don't you
Three
do
of
that at the
Cups?
Three of Cups?
I don't know, because you guys Sarah usually does it.
No,
For Liv.
I mean, I do the stack for lift, but I can't go more than 3. You should do this in like.
You know when they're not filled with water and you put them upside down, you can go like.
You hear the sound of a door close behind you. And a woman standing about 5'8" or so. She has very, very dark skin, very short, like bob cut, very kinky curly hair. She's wearing what I suppose you could consider to be adventuring clothes. Has a black staff.
Whoa.
That she's kind of leaning on. Has a big book that's kind of strapped into a holster on her belt, boots that come up to her knees, kind of a jacket that she's wearing. The top of her staff, it comes to a very almost crudely carved, very knobbly bird or like eagle's head. It's hard to tell exactly what bird because it's very crudely carved, like I said. But she's kind of leaning on it a little bit, has her hand resting on her book that is on her hip, kind of tilts her head and is looking at the scene before her.
Good evening, madam.
Having fun
Yeah.
with the amenities that have been provided.
What is this group?
We're endearing.
She will move further into the room. There's kind of an echo of the sound of her heels on her boots as she moves into the main sort of area where you guys are sitting. I had a thought. Oh, the door also, it closed, but then disappeared again into the wall. It kind of basically like melded with the wall. The seam of the door and the door frame became one with the wall.
Me.
She will move to the main like seating area. She will not sit. She will use the staff to kind of lean again. And the staff is very, very tall. It goes up over her head at least 1.5 feet, if not 2 feet.
Nova's probably gonna mirror her and lean on her staff.
Try
Okay.
to stand casually.
Yeah. So you must be. Do you prefer Sir or do you prefer Ace?
It
I've
depends.
heard both come from people I've spoken to.
I normally go by Sir Ace, sort of for this one.
Ruffling her hair.
And then you must be Nova.
Hi.
Then you must be Lady Torres. You are going by right now.
Yep.
It's nice to meet you all. Thank you for coming. That was very quick that you've arrived.
Didn't want to keep you waiting.
Well, that's very polite of you. I wouldn't have minded to wait, though.
Nova just gives Ace a look like, see?
She will finally move into the seating area. We'll sit down on a chair that no one is sitting on. She will be sitting alone. And she turns her staff parallel to the ground and rests it in her lap. So, how's your day going so far?
A little exhausting.
In a good way?
50-50?
Like emotionally.
Would you prefer to move this meeting to a different day?
No, it's fine.
I do prefer to accommodate the needs of those that I'm potentially going to be working with.
Potential work, right?
I assume Raina has informed you that I was going to be contacting you, so there's no need to act surprised.
Yeah, he told us.
Yes.
Tell me, what do you know about what we do here at the Blackstaff?
Magic!
It's like a school.
We do have an academy here, yes.
You're leading off that sentence like there's more, but I think that's sort of where our
All
knowledge
right.
ends.
I was just going off of a frame of what I needed to explain to you. So my name is Vajra Safar. I am the Blackstaff here in Waterdeep. I am basically the High Mage, and I preside over magical matters and consult with the Open Lord about magical matters as well, should she need the assistance. I do, however, also run this academy here at the tower, and also the Grey Hands and Force Grey. I take it by your expressions you've not heard of them. which is fine. I honestly prefer that the citizenry of Waterdeep remain at least a little bit blissfully ignorant. Force Grey is a private security force of mages, basically in the city. We do work with the Open Lord as she sees fit if there are things that are of a more delicate nature. But we will also step in when the guard or the watch cannot handle a situation. So a private security mercenary group, so to speak, if you would like it put in layman's terms.
Makes sense.
Sounds impressive.
Thank you. You look very confused.
I'm like looking at these two to see if they look confused.
What? I guess, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, why...
Where do we fit?
Yeah. Not that we don't want to hang out with you, but, like, wondering why. You seem cool.
Not that we don't want to be friends or anything, but like, why?
I've spoken with a few contacts that I have within the Harpers, and specifically with Reyna.
Oh yeah, did they know about that? Or I don't think Sir knows about it.
No.
Only Tallice and nobody.
Oh, I know.
That.
I know about it.
I
don't think we told Ace.
You didn't.
Oops.
Right.
I see more confusion.
Oh, we should have told you that.
Sorry, there was so much going on. We forgot to tell you, Ace.
It was largely telepathic, like
Yeah.
everything that was happening.
What everything that is happening? Tell me what that they all like to
Rainy-
play.
No.
Rainy and Mert.
Roger has kind of leaned back in the chair and crossed her legs.
Was that horse? Technically, also Maxine.
Also, what? Pardon.
Yeah.
Pardon my.
So basically, yeah, I found that out from somebody, and then Nova found that out, and then yep.
Found.
They're part of the Harpers. They're
Okay,
kind of like
so
a
they all like.
discrete organization faction in Waterdeep.
So they don't all get together and play music.
I mean, they might. You don't know.
They might.
That.
I did ask them if they could teach me how to play.
Are you two hoppers?
No.
And no more than you would be
we?
at this. I don't know that we are. I think we're
We're just friends with the Harpers. Rainies are like our best friends, so yeah.
Oh, we
Tell
all
me
caught
next.
up now.
I think
Tell
so.
me.
Sorry.
Yes. Apologies. Telepathic communication and all that.
As
I'm
I
like,
was
I'm like
saying.
sneering.
Ace
I've
been through a lot
spoken-
today.
I've spoken with my contacts in the Harpers and have received glowing reviews of your capabilities. I've also spoken with a friend of mine who has explained the situation that happened with the awning portal, explained the situation that happened with rescuing Reyna. So I would like to take some time to potentially get to know each other.
Okay.
With the
Sure.
intent of potentially working with each other.
Alright.
On what?
Specific things will come after a particular task. I will be forthcoming. It is a measure of character and ability.
It's a test.
You could put it that way, yes.
Another one.
It's like the third one. We're being tested a lot.
I know.
Being tested by who?
Mart.
She holds up a finger for one. Because you said
guess-
the third time.
It was the second time.
I mean, Raynar sort of gave us another test, didn't he? Didn't he give us one?
She holds up a second finger.
And now you? 3?
Eh?
Okay. It seems that you are...
Kristy can't remember the second one. What was the second one?
We can count. I don't know.
No, oh, sorry. Kristy did not remember that at all.
Saying that. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was.
I was
No,
kinda
that was
thinking
out
that,
of
I was
character. Kristy was like, wait, what?
It was devil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kristy gets it now. You're good. You're good.
Technically, Tallice was tested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Technically.
Clean hands.
You will, of course, be paid for your services.
Okay.
Now you're speaking our language.
That makes us sound a little bit grubby.
But we do really good stuff with our money. Like, we gave it a bunch of money to those people in the field ward, and we've been helping, like, get all of the extra food to the field ward. Like, we're not just, like,
And we
making...
still have to pay back Mert, so you know.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. We're a little grubby.
We're a little
For good
grubby. Yeah. Good reasons, though.
It's
At least you're
magnanimous.
forthcoming about it. So, those are my motivations. Do you have any questions?
What's the test?
Can you see
Valid
through
question. Can I what?
it? Can you see through it? Like, kind of pointing to...
See through what?
I'll drop the Mask of Many Faces, because the Harpers, Raynar knows, and the Harpers, he told Mert, and I feel like I'll drop it.
Nova
I could
looks
not see
surprised.
through it, but I did know.
Cool.
Do you have concerns?
Nope.
Are you lying?
Nope.
She had leaned back and uncrossed her legs. She uncrosses her legs and leans forward. And just looks at you.
I kind of figured you probably already knew, because I know that Rainey told some people, so, like...
She also, when she asked what name you're using, she specified, is that what you're going by right
Yeah,
now?
right, that's kind of what tipped me off.
Raynon did inform me, but he informed me because I needed to know. It's not an issue. Unless you make it one.
No issue.
Raynon is a very good friend of mine. He only would have told me if he trusted me, and if you trust him, then you can trust me.
Cool.
That's
Yes,
exactly what
a lot
I
of
was
friends.
thinking.
It's a lot of friends.
Raynon
we're
and I
his
have known each
favorite,
other
it's okay.
since before I became the Blackstaff.
Oh.
Oh, how long have you been the Blackstaff?
Long enough.
Okay.
Is she old?
She doesn't want to age
No.
herself.
She looks super young.
She looks mid-30s, maybe.
Oh, you sent a picture? Let me look.
Yeah, I did.
She looks pretty young.
Oh, yeah.
Just sort
Oh,
of-
pretty.
I am incredibly flattered by, apparently we're making good reviews. Is there a particular reason outside of testing our abilities why you would want us to accomplish a task when you have as you explained, an entire elite task force of people at your disposal? Why?
An elite task force that needs to be focused on their positions and their jobs and cannot be pulled from those positions and their jobs when I have other things I need to be investigated and accomplished.
So this is something that you would like done that is outside of the purview of Force Grey.
Not necessarily outside of the purview so much as they have priorities they need to be focusing on. I
Understood.
frequently contract out to adventurers that come into the city. You have garnered my attention.
Okay.
I mean, I asked my question, but you distracted her.
Oops.
What
I
was
didn't
your
mean to.
question?
What's the test?
She wants to know what we're doing. The very important question.
I have a nagging feeling that there's something going on in this city beyond these contentions between guilds that are bickering, guilds, factions, whatever you'd like to call them, that are bickering back and forth.
Well,
I
yeah.
feel that it's more than just this petty violence of street thugs murdering in broad daylight.
Is
Because they want the Stone of Galore.
She kind of looks at you again. Do they?
is why they had or were trying to
That's
get
why
Rain on in
they
the first
got
place.
Floon instead of Rainy.
She's nodding. The do they was not an actual question. It's very clear that she already knew this. My concern is what they want the stone for. I want all of you to seek out Halam. He is a monk that lives in a cave on the side of Mount Waterdeep. I'd like you to ask him what he's heard about threats to the city. But try not to annoy him or overstay your welcome.
Look at Tallice. Apologies if it's perhaps a dumb question. What is a monk that lives in a cave going to know about the goings-on in a city?
Halam is a very, very learned and ancient man. He's very old. He's been around for a very long time, and he has insights that others do not.
Should we ask him about the Stone of Galore, or should we not say that?
You can try.
Hmm?
He is a man of few words. He very likely will only answer a few questions.
Okay.
Is he human?
He is.
So, go to Halam
Ask him what he knows about what's going on.
and tell
And
you.
come back. That is all that is asked of you.
Doesn't. Sure. Yeah.
All right.
If he's in the side of Mount Waterdeep, does that mean we like climb up there?
It is a bit of a hike.
I think we've got this.
I was gonna say so.
Halam meditates in this cave for years at a time. He lives there mostly, spends most of his time there. So he is a bit of a recluse as far as that is concerned.
Any advice on how to not annoy him?
Be polite. Don't bug him too much. Don't ask too many questions that aren't regarding the matter at hand. Don't stack water cups.
Well, you can't like make it stop with like magic or something.
Tallice, this is the sort of thing that she's talking about. I'm not saying that this is like specifically geared against your tendencies, but I'm saying exactly that. Respectfully, I love your tendencies.
And as I said, there will be payment. What is your going rate currently for your services?
We got asked
earring,
this question last
earring. Guys, what's our going rate?
I mean, we asked for 600 for the killing of 3 hags, and this is just talking to a dude.
So should we like ask for like 100 gold each?
That sounds reasonable to me.
I'm talking in the earring. I'm talking in the earring.
Okay,
That's why I have my hand
okay,
here.
Okay.
I mean,
Higher?
I love how she's sitting here while we all literally just sit here and hold our ears.
We're all probably just
Nova's not holding her ear, she's just listening. Because she doesn't need to hold her ear to send a message.
she's looking right at us.
Would you like me to exit the room so you can discuss it out in the open rather than with the devices that you're currently touching?
Yes.
I mean, if
Yes.
you're uncomfortable being here while we discuss on our devices, then fine.
Tallice!
Just saying she can sit here. I don't care.
She leans
And-
back and crosses her legs.
In all honesty,
We're still figuring out what our going rate is. We're not incapable. We're just financially working it out.
How about 150 gold each?
hey, that's more than we were gonna have.
Yeah, nice.
Nova just
What
says
is-
that works. That would work. Thank you.
I suppose it'll work.
It's very generous.
Or right on target. I suppose that'll work, or it's very generous, or it's right on target.
All right. Is there anything that you require?
How far is it to the cave? Like from here to like just the base of the mountain?
The mountain begins, if my map will actually load. Near the trade ward.
Which side of the mountain is he on?
The far side, facing out on the ocean.
So it's quite a journey by foot.
To get to the mountain, it would probably be about, like I said, 15-20 minutes per ward. So about maybe a half hour to get there. And then it's you would guess anywhere from a 3 or 4 hour hike.
Could we maybe bring like donkeys or mules to make the hike? Would that make it easier?
I
Is
have
it a-
my rope.
Or do we just want to do it?
Is it a hike, or do we have to
Like, is it a trail?
Yeah, there's a trail.
Okay.
It's just a hiking trail. You don't have to do any mountain climbing.
Should we get some horses or something? Might be easier.
I've always wanted a horse.
Is that something that's doable?
Riding horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could provide riding horses for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Would you
think-
prefer horses that you can keep, or would you prefer to just lend you horses?
I'm not sure that we really have the space
I don't
to
think
like
we have
keep horses
space.
right now, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't think we
We
have a
don't have
stable or
stabling.
anything. So
I can
just
lend you horses.
yeah, just to borrow.
Absolutely, I can lend you horses. You just need to go to Hammeram's tables in the trade ward.
Okay.
We know where that is.
Yep.
And she does actually reach into a pouch that's on her belt and produces 3 brooches. Holds her hand out to you. They are they have a shield, and then on the shield is a hand with the palm facing forward and fingers together. While working under my jurisdiction, these brooches will provide you with proof that you are acting on my behalf. So heading to the stables, asking for horses, produce the brooch, they will give you our horses that are stabled there.
I wonder if Maxine's there right now.
Apparently a horse knew about the Harpers before me, so...
The horse is
Nova's
a
getting. Nova just pulled a card, and she looks really frustrated at her cards right now. The cards that she's been pulling lately are very obvious. It's like, wow, tell me something I didn't know already. So she just puts the card back in and looks like a little bit grumpy.
Sometimes life is obvious.
Sometimes the cards are like, duh, bitch. I pulled a reverse 6 of swords, and it's basically just saying, like, the work ahead is gonna be turbulent. And I'm like, wow, fucking great.
Maybe
Nailed it.
Maybe it's trying to warn us of increased coastal winds while we're on our
It does say that we should avoid water. Accidents.
You're not going in the water.
No, it just says
Yeah,
like
no.
avoid floods or accidents, or there's a potential for accidents near water or flooding, and I'm like,
Avoid water deep.
Oh,
Let's go to Baldur's Gate.
oh.
Let's go to Baldur's Gate.
Let's go to Luskin.
No,
No.
no, that's not. Okay.
Cold.
So should we come back here right when we're done, or should we come back in the morning?
Whatever is most comfortable for you.
Okay.
I'm around regardless.
Oh.
No. What?
I just want to know, like, how many floors are actually in this tower? Is it really just, like, one room? Or, like, is it, like, infinite rooms that you just decide? Because it looked different sizes.
Magnificent mansion on the inside.
Yes, the tower is enchanted. That's a very I like your curiosity.
Everything
The tower
just
is-
went robotic, literally, as soon as he started explaining. I'm sorry, my
That's okay.
internet.
She said, I like your curiosity. Tower is enchanted. There are far more rooms and floors than it appears. But it is in an abstract way. There are not actual floors and there are not actual holes. There are not actual structures. Essentially, in the most simple way I can explain it, as long as you are allowed to be here as decided by me, you can essentially think about where you want to go and the door you open will get you there.
That makes sense. I've been to a place kind of like that, but like not like that, but it makes sense.
So if I got a door going and wanted to go to my personal office, the door would give me a hole that would take me there.
If I thought of a door that would take me to like a room with infinite cake, would there be like a room with infinite cake?
It needs to be existing rooms that are
Oh.
already in this tower. You can't create rooms with the enchantment, but that is an interesting spin on it.
Are you saying that there's not a room of infinite cake?
I am saying that.
That's unfortunate.
Well, we are currently in the room of infinite water. So it's not entirely out of the question.
There are tea cakes on the cart over there if you would like to have some cake.
Well, I already had like 3.
That explains a bit.
I have to
Is
eat
there
something
anything else
about
that you require of me?
Or just took a bite. Or just took a bite. No.
Not right now.
Buddy.
It's the little dragon, Caspian!
Little buddy.
The familiar.
That's my
He
boy.
flies by flapping his big jowls.
I think sounds straightforward.
Okay.
Well, you know what, Lady Blackstaff? You have a lovely evening. I hope that you find not infinite cake, but like a good amount of cake.
That sounds like an enjoyable evening. You may call me Vashra, by the way.
Vajra, have a great rest of your day. How do we get out of here?
There's no door.
She'll take the staff and turn it and use it to stand up. And then she'll move over to the wall, which she touches with her hand, and a door appears.
Oh. Wait.
Nice.
No, Taurus.
What?
The trees.
I was gonna. We'll do that after. Yep. That is on my mind, but we'll do it after.
Okay, we'll do it.
Yep. I've already thought of that.
I apologize.
The
Good.
trees.
Don't worry about it, Vajra. You don't you
She
worry.
steps in front of the door.
Well, thanks.
Trying to be helpful.
First of all, we literally have these earrings. You could have just said the trees instead of the trees. But now I gotta do this, and I was gonna wait until we had done something for. All right, you know what,
It's
Vajra?
hard to remember. I'm sorry. I was trying to be.
Vajra, I just want to let you know that there's a serious problem going on with the amount of duskwood trees that are being used for magical means like spell scrolls, and if they keep getting used like this, they're gonna go extinct. And I wanted to ask you if you knew of an alternative kind of tree that would produce quality paper for spell scrolls that I could provide to a business near our business so that he can stop doing this, so then our other neighbor will stop protesting him and they'll be happy to. Leave the duskwood trees alone. I don't know anything about magic trees, all right? Well, I do, but I'm not.
You're very opinionated.
I didn't want to do this now. I'm a little frustrated.
I'm really sorry. Trees are a big deal for her.
I was gonna wait, but it's happening now.
I'm so sorry.
It's a valid concern. You don't have to be frustrated about bringing up before you did a task for me instead of after. I'm more than happy to discuss alternatives to duskwood paper. I personally don't use duskwood paper. And I do know a lot about magic trees, or at least trees that can be used to create paper for things like, and she taps her book on her hip, spell books or spell scrolls.
What tree?
Yeah, I
does your
don't
paper
really
come
do.
from?
Yeah, I don't.
My paper, I specifically use a Zalantar supplier for my paper, for scrolls, and for my book. Zalantar.
Zalantar.
But I do know of a few others too.
I mean,
Good idea to give him options.
yeah, but the thing is, he didn't just want a name of a tree. He needed access.
Yeah, I need to be able to make a business connection for him. But we could listen. Vajra, we'll do this later. All right. You think about it. You think real long and hard about those trees, and then we'll come back.
We'll go talk to a monk. You think about trees.
Because I just want to make sure that, I don't know. Listen, I don't even know if I can read a scroll. like that's not really like the magic books are fine. That's not really my thing. So I don't really know anything about this or where anyone would get it, and that's I'm trying to figure out how to get it for that Dragonborn guy at the Bookworm's Treasure.
I can't do magic at all.
I will tell you what.
Yeah, you
This
can.
task is accomplished. You speak with my associate Halam, and when you return, I will personally reach out to this man at, you say, the Bookworm's Treasure, and put him in contact with my supplier.
Well, are those trees
Oh.
even more endangered than the
That-
Duskwood trees? Are they
I'm
being
just-
harvested sustainably?
That is literally going to make him shed his scales if he hears from you directly.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing? I don't
No,
know.
I just
No.
want to see his face when it happens.
No, I think it's going to be very, very amusing.
He was really stuffy when I talked to him.
He's
He's cool.
And he's
but,
a
like,
wizard.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
yes.
We
because he-
really
yes,
do not
because
need
he's-
more wizards that are feeding into the stereotype. I'll reach out to him. personally.
Ooh, bitch! Ooh!
Vajra appearing in his head. Okay, boomer.
Holy shit! So relevant it hurts.
Okay,
Vajra's a millennial wizard.
Oof.
Well, Vajra, I appreciate that a lot. We're gonna go get you your monk dude. Well, we're gonna go see the monk dude.
Yeah,
We'll
but
get you the information that you want.
Actually, here's one more thing. And she pulls out a stone. And she hands it to whoever will take it.
I'll take it.
It's the stone of Glor!
Campaign over! Yeah, we win a D&D!
That is a sending stone that is personally, or is directly to my apprentice.
Okay.
So should you need anything, she will assist you in any matter. If you don't have to use it. If you do, it's there.
Okay. Awesome.
I unfortunately, with my position, do have a lot of administrative work that I do during the day, so I might not always be able to immediately respond, which is why I'm putting you in contact directly with her instead.
That's fair.
Nice.
I will
And
inform
actually
her that
that-
you.
Does that mean we could technically, as soon as we get the information we don't have to come all the way back, we could just relay it to her?
If you can do so in 25 words or less, sure. Absolutely.
I'll be creative.
At the very least, we could like tell her like we got the info. Let's meet up.
I mean, you said that you heard from Reyna. I mean, we are pretty good at code, actually. So
Okay. Her name is Temperance, for
Aww.
posterity's sake.
Cool.
okay. Always. Okay. So this
She will
is
step aside from the door.
We
Mhm,
will
come
go
on.
to the
That's
stables.
All right. It is easy enough to head to Hammerham Stables. You've been there before. You did so when you were looking for your talking horse. Going inside, it's literally a flash of that brooch before you are being brought 3 very, very capable, like, stallion horses. They're extremely well bred.
Nice.
All saddled up and ready to go with very clearly very expensive tack.
Do they have names? Person who's assisting us? Can I call mine Mystery?
Sure.
we snarl.
You
We
can
know.
You can call your horse whatever you want.
Can we call all
Mystery
3 of them
Mys-
Mystery?
I was going to say mystery, horror, and fantasy.
Yeah.
If that is what you would like to call these horses, that is entirely up to you.
Going
They
to
won't be offended.
No, they will not be offended.
call it Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
No.
I'm gonna see if I know how to ride.
Oh yeah, shit.
Do you get on said horse? Is that how you're deciding? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm sure they have to like fit us for saddles and stuff anyway, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so get on it.
Put your feet in stirrups. There is a bit of muscle memory here.
Oh.
We're good. He literally like gets like.
You may add animal handling as a proficiency.
Oh! Shit, there's a whole new proficiency. Oh, that brings it up from its negative too.
Nice.
Oh shit. I wasn't expecting more skills. I know how to ride a horse.
For those of you who are just joining us today for the first time, Dylan's character has been figuring out his proficiencies because he has no memories. So he has been, as he does things, he has been learning his own proficiencies from a character sheet that I made for him. So that is what that was.
He also knows how to play the piano.
Mm-hmm.
He does know how to play the piano. And carve wood.
And carve
Speak
wood.
Elvish.
Speak Elvish.
He's a man of many sporadic talents.
Okay.
Yeah,
Has
he's
Nova
piecing his
ridden
backstory together
horses?
from. Yeah, she's probably ridden horses
Yeah,
before,
I think so.
especially with your bud.
Yeah.
Back home.
That's the fair
Who's
point.
your
I forgot about that. Good point.
Who
Yes,
the fuck is
okay.
your bud? Who the fuck is your bud? Who the fuck are you? Who are you?
I get on my horse.
Okay.
I'll get on mine. I probably haven't ridden horses very often.
No, you have never ridden a horse.
That's okay.
It's like a boat on land, right? They got ropes.
Stupid.
I'll just speak to the animal's soul.
Roll an animal handling.
I am not. I should have. I was gonna pick this as a proficiency, and I didn't. And I
You
should
should have.
Oh, that's not too bad.
What's your modifier?
+1, 14.
Okay.
Okay.
With my
Yeah.
proficiency bonus, I got
You
it.
get on your horse. You see Nova and Sir get on their horses, and it's like, boom, we know exactly what you're doing. You're like, all right, I'm just gonna watch you for a second. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, we're good.
All right, let's go. Help me out, mystery.
Please don't.
I'm gonna lean forward, just like pet Mystery's like little mane, and be like, "Don't let me fuck this up, Mystery. Let's go. I want to look cool. I want to look cool."
Okay. You exit Hemmerum's stables through the big, almost garage-type doors that are opening out to the street of this very warehouse-like stable. And, excuse me, I had to burp. And you move through the streets of Waterdeep. It is about probably 6 p.m.-ish now.
Mhm.
And being that it's fall, it is starting to get dark. Remind me, do you all have dark vision? I think you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I do.
It would say.
Kalashtar don't, I don't think.
I don't think I do.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it would say on features and traits, right under racial traits.
It would actually say on the left side of your character sheet.
Under senses?
Under senses, yes.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
yeah.
I do not have it.
Okay, good to know.
You can hold a torch while you.
I have a rope of climbing.
I'll just stay in the middle.
Okay.
And Nova, this is something that you know about horses. They're herd animals.
Mhm.
So when you're riding a horse, if there's a horse in front of them moving, they generally instinctually follow the horse in front of them.
Yeah.
So it is easy to utilize that.
I think
instinctual
Nova
process
would
for
know
a
that,
horse.
so she would purposely
Yeah.
position herself in the middle.
Yes. So you would be able to use that instinctual processes for a horse to move your way through if you would
Yep.
prefer to not have a torch, but you do, I think, have torches if you.
I do have torches, but I'm not gonna use it unless we absolutely need it.
Okay. So moving through Waterdeep to.
Oh, see, I was thinking more of just a like.
Or we could trot. We could go.
These are riding horses for the sake of mechanics. If you would like to add them to your extras, just so you have their stats as you move through.
Oh yeah.
You can add creatures that way. You can add mounts.
Oh.
Add. I almost hit add vehicle. Add mount. Riding. Giant riding lizard. Yep.
Aarakocra.
Ride an Aarakocra.
Save a horse.
Ride an Aarakocra.
I've decided that mine is going to be named Spruce.
Okay.
I'm gonna name everything after wood.
Okay. You do that, buddy.
I just like trees.
I know. Okay, so you move through the trade ward to the far eastern side. There is an area behind the buildings all the way over to the west by the wall. Almost even to where the beach, where the carnival sets up mostly is. You're even pretty close over there. Because there is a cliff that kind of runs the edge of Waterdeep there before the mountain starts. So you kind of have to move through the trade ward and then down a bit to get around that cliff to start moving up the pathway up. But you got your horses, so you're moving. I believe riding horses have a speed of, 40, 50?
60 feet.
60. It's double. So double your guys' speed. So you're moving at a relatively quick pace compared to if you had been walking up and around the cliff, up the pathway that leads to Mount Waterdeep. Mount Waterdeep, at least I believe Nova would know this, and so would Tallice, is also where the Griffin cavalry at the very, very tippy top.
Damn it! Should have asked for a griffin.
Oh, isn't there that statue of a griffin up
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Tight. See that boy looming up ahead on the top of the mountain, looking majestic.
That boy. Who him
That
is.
boy. Who dat?
So yeah, you guys can begin your hike up the mountain with your horses. You estimate it's anywhere between like 3 to 5 miles. It's hard to tell just based purely on visual. All right. So moving through the mountain with your horses. I do need a few checks.
Okay.
So first, for the first like mile and a half or so, can I get Constitution saves for your horses?
Oh.
+1.
They have a +1 to con.
Okay.
Purple.
10.
8.
3.
Okay.
Glug, glug, glug.
All that good breeding.
9 + 1. Woo!
We're running them ragged.
I will actually say, and this is not me trying to be nice, these are very specially trained horses because they're Grey Hands horses. I will allow you to do it with advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you.
11.
Oh.
7.
18!
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So for the first like mile and a half or so, it's not steep by any means. The air does start to get a bit thinner as you move up and around the mountain. You do notice your horse beginning to slow a bit. He seems okay. But there's like a you doing okay? Can you go for it kind of moment, but he seems okay for now.
He's probably the one leading, so he's probably having to like pick over stuff, so he's probably having a hard time.
I did.
Little Spruce. Spruce is probably not little, he's probably huge.
Maybe his normal rider isn't as beefy as me.
Maybe he can't handle the beef. You blessed him with the beef, but he wasn't ready.
Okay, so you go about 1.5 miles or so before the pathway turns to an entirely stone path. To your right, you've got kind of an expanse, a little bit of forest. There is some tree. What is the word I'm looking for? The only thing my brain wants to say is tree activity, but that's wrong. There's some tree activity around the edge of the mountain. So to the right, you can kind of see some of those forests, and to the left, it's actually kind of a wall that kind of goes up, like a rock wall, basically. Can I get from all of you a survival check from you guys, not your horses?
Oh, 4.
16.
14.
Okay. Tallice is a bit too concerned and excited about the fact that she's on a horse. She's just really, really happy about that. And that the fact that it's going successfully. You've never ridden a horse before, and it's like, wow, I'm doing this. It's great.
Good job, Mystery.
Nova and Sir, as you guys are moving, especially Sir in the front, you look up, and Nova, yours is actually at disadvantage because of the light. If you want to roll that one more time for me.
Oh, that's even better. It was a natural 17 plus 4. So
okay, all right, fair
16.
enough. Especially Sir at the front. You're kind of taking in this. It had been mostly like a dirt path and is now finally turning to stone. You're taking in the fact that the terrain has changed. You're actually getting into more mountainous area versus just moving through the forest and kind of going up in an incline. Glance up around you. There's a rock up on like this wall, this ledge, this rock inclination that it's a little too precarious for your comfort.
Yeah, are we under it right now or coming up to being?
You're coming up to being under it.
Okay, so I'm stopping Spruce.
Okay. As happens with herd animals, the other 2 horses behind stop as well. Nova, you see this as well. Tallice, you do not.
Yeah. Trot, rotate so that they don't walk around me.
Wait, what? Why are we stopped?
Big, scary rock.
Yeah, it looks... I don't necessarily feel comfortable going underneath it. It looks... Does it look... Is it like a boulder that's on like an edge, or is it like a loose chunk of the mountain?
It looks like there is a loose chunk of mountain that will unleash more chunks of mountain if it falls.
I'm not like a professional mountain climber or anything, but I'll like try and direct Tallice because Tallice has dark vision and could see it better. It just honestly, it looks like a mini rock slide in the making.
Is there a way we can go around, or should we back up and trigger it?
Well, the thing is, triggering it as a rock slide it'll knock more stuff, and it could just
block
the further
Right.
and the further down it could get worse.
Should we like bring the horses back a little bit ways so that they're like away from it and then climb something?
I mean, that's sort of what I was thinking, yeah, is tie them off on the side and at least go up there and get a closer look at it or get around it. I really don't. I've been
how high
like
is how high is like the
rock.
Yeah, how high is the cliff that the rock is on, like from where we are?
Probably about 20 to 25 feet.
Okay.
I mean, I could probably climb up there.
he's like rolling his sleeves. He's like actually kind of like testing this.
Well, let's bring the horses over, and then we can do that.
Yeah, let's.
We'll like bring them a little ways down so they're not like directly next to or near, just in case anything happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Tie them off and then go back. I'll take out my rope of climbing.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I mean, you can freeball it if you want.
No, it literally has climbing in its name.
Hold on. What is the word? I think it was climb. Was that the word?
Well,
I don't think I wrote it down.
there's a couple different words. You have to send it up, and then you can tell it to knot, and it'll tie a knot, and then you can climb it.
Okay, so I'll speak the command word to animate it, which I think is climb. And
The command word to animate it is climb.
and then as a
And
bonus action,
like a snake,
yeah,
it like animates and like snakes up and
It's
is like
like,
it's
nope.
waiting for a command.
it's a little noodle. As a bonus action, I will command that end to move up, and I'll say, climb up to that precipice there, and yeah, fasten it to the thing, to it. I don't know if it's gonna work. We're gonna see.
What are you telling it to fasten to?
Like,
Yeah,
if
what are
there's,
you
like, a
fastening it
stir-
to?
Not the boulder! Not
Is there
the
like
thing!
is there like a tree up there or something?
Not that you can see from here.
Fuck.
Maybe there's a rock outcrop that you can just knock into.
Hang on.
Don't you have boots of flying?
Yes, I do.
Dumb.
I will use the boots of flying and fly up and see what I can see. I forgot I had those.
Boots of flying.
Okay.
Are great. I
Winged
forget-
boots. I click my wing boots and fly up and see what I can
Okay.
see.
So Nova flies into the air with these boots that have little wings on them. At the top of this little, what appears to be a cliff, there's kind of an outcropping that's about 10 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
There is a tree up there. There are a few boulders. There's lots of rocks. And then at the top of it, at kind of the edge, is where all of these loose rock are.
Okay, so I will tell her to send the rope up because there's a tree over here.
Tie yourself to the tree, or Mr. Rope.
It snakes up and around Nova, wraps around the tree, and ties itself into a knot.
And then I'll tell it to knot, so it gets the little knots in it.
And then it takes a minute because it has to kind of knot itself over and over and over again, but it does.
Yeah.
Do I like need to be good at anything anymore? Or
You can
Like, should I just retire and like
Ace.
start learning magic?
Listen, this isn't necessarily for you. Have you seen my arms are literally like a noodle? I can't do that.
Both arms are one noodle.
Thanks. Yeah. I also don't
Yes.
have boots of flying. So you
Sorry.
can climb my rope if you want. Or you can
No.
just freehand it.
No. I'm just magic is really cool. Go on up.
I will climb the rope.
I'll just hover and wait for them.
Okay. Roll strength check at advantage.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you still have to make a check for it. I'm
Oh, no.
I'm
They're
waiting.
both horrible.
made her go first in case I need to catch her.
So it's just a straight strength check?
You could do athletics if you have a proficiency.
Oh, I don't. That's a 9 at advantage.
Yeah. Girl. So you manage to get up 2 of the knots. But you can't pull yourself up to the next one. And you try, you're stuck at that second knot.
I'm doing the thing in Frozen where like Anna has her like foot like up in the air, and I'm like, I got this.
Do you got it? All right. If you got it, then I'll just let you finish.
You just hold on. I just gotta warm up.
Can I go down and try and like help her, like grab her hand and try and pull her up?
Yeah.
No, Nova, she's got this.
I got this, Nova. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm just gonna hover like within arm's reach of her because like I don't trust this.
I drank a lot of vinegar before we came here.
Oh god.
I will allow you to try one more time at advantage.
Okay. Natural 20.
There you go. She's got this.
So you've got your leggy in the air,
Yeah.
and you're like, I got this. And you are able to climb up the rest of the 25 feet with Nova like hovering behind you. Just
I'm a spotter. I'm just like spotting her the whole way up.
Nova's your base in cheerleading.
Yes.
All right.
Told you I got it.
You
And
are
I
at the top
fall
of the
down.
outcropping.
I will climb up now.
I also need a strength check with advantage from you, please.
I mean, the first roll was a 19, but we'll just see. The second roll was an 18. 24.
Yeah, you're good. You're just like, got this, and you
Dum, 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 dum.
Did a little peck dance.
Oh god.
No, he doesn't do that. That's way too. I really don't like when people do that.
all right. You're all up there. There's not a lot of space, but you're all up there.
Do we see any like caves or like holes where a monk is like, I'm hanging out here?
No, I think it's still up higher.
Did
I'll
you
make
see
my-
the loose rock though?
Yeah, I wanted to get a closer look at it. I want to see how bad it is from up here.
It is enough rock that had it fallen on you and you rolled low enough, you could have been buried by it.
Shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Weird kind of question. Now that I can kind of look closer and see how it is, could I? How plausible is it to go back down, lay out the portable hole, go up, and have it knocked out, and have it all just slide cleanly into the portable hole?
In our dank hole.
All the smoke comes rushing out
Our
as
hot box hole.
our hot box hole.
Plausible. How wide is the hole?
I think it's 6 feet wide, and 10 feet deep.
Yeah, that's plausible.
6 feet in diameter. I will propose that we could just continue on foot, or we could clear this, and then we might be able to continue with the horses.
We could try.
We also would just have a lot of rock that we have to shovel out of this at a later date, or we just have a lot of rock with us now.
We could like find an upside down surface and put the hole onto the ceiling. I don't know if it'll stick, but then maybe the rock will fall out.
Oh, that would be deadly.
I think
Let's try it. I like this idea.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna climb back down.
Do you want me to just do
Okay.
it? You don't have to climb down. I'll just fly down and put it there.
I will climb back up. No, I'll give you the portable hole.
Okay, and then I'll be
Okay.
like at the bottom, be like, here. Where do you want it?
A little bit to the left.
Okay.
Too far. Place it down there.
That.
Make sure unroll it. Good.
Okay, I fly back
Get
up.
out of the way.
I fly back up.
Okay. I'm gonna just take the magma war pick out, and I'll just kind of
Leverage.
leverage it off.
I'll use my staff to help.
All right.
I'll
Why don't you-
supervise.
One of you can roll at advantage, or you can both roll an athletics check.
Go ahead.
Oh no!
I rolled a 5 and a 6, but so an 11.
Okay, 11 will do it. You're both able to get the pole end of your weapons underneath the rock and kind of use your own weight to kind of pull it down and leverage the rock, there's a kind of a cracking as the stone starts to move, cracking, and the stone starts to move, and then all at once it's just kind of a as your weapons kind of fall down. The rock breaks away from the side of the cliff, and very loudly tumbles to the ground. There is a lot of rock here. Like I said, it could have buried a person if they were not careful enough. Not all of it gets into the hole, just with the nature of like the surface area that it is falling onto is wider than 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But your hole fills up.
Nice. Our hole fills up.
Your hole
Fill
fills
her up.
Shut up.
We made it a little bit easier for the next person.
Can we pick up the hole now? Will it like lift up, or is it like heavy, like there's a giant boulder in it?
No, it should be weightless actually when you fold it up.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
we-
go see if it's weightless.
I will say, with the sound of the rock fall, you do hear a very high-pitched whinny from where you
Aw.
lost your horses.
It's all right, mystery.
You're safe.
And then kind of the stomping of hooves.
Alright, I'll go.
Can I just fly over and check that they didn't break away?
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
They did not break away. 2 of them, however, are rearing up occasionally, whinnying,
Can I
neighing
try to
in
do
fear,
like a
scraping
calming,
the ground.
like a animal handling check to try and calm them down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shoosh pap.
Nova's a horse girl. Just wait for it.
21.
Okay.
Nova's a horse girl.
I'm rolling
You
a
are
lot of
able to
17s today.
You are able to kind of move forward to them and just be like, shh, 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 and like take the reins, kind of pull them down, calming voice, speaking to them. They are still kind of grumbling and like pawing at the ground a bit, but they are not in a panic anymore.
Okay. Then I will fly back after I make sure that they're okay and they're not gonna constantly be pulling on their reins and potentially fly off.
Yeah, they appear to be calm enough to not break away from where you've tied them up.
Okay.
Does everybody else climb down?
Yeah, I fly back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fold up the hole.
Collect the hole.
Yeah, you're able to kind of pull the hole up over the stone, and you've got the black fabric that you can just kind of roll up.
Wow.
You've got like 2 tons, like it's so much rock in there.
No more hotboxing for a while.
That's a surprise tool that'll help us.
Just empty of rocks in the middle of Castle Waterdeep. Here you go.
We're 10 sessions from now, we're gonna be in a situation.
We're gonna
and
boulder someone.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
There's someone in the chat that said, "I can't wait to see how this turns out when you bring it up later."
That's one of those things we're gonna forget for like 2
A while,
months, and then someone's gonna have a really bad day. But yeah,
Okay.
get the horses back.
Okay, so you've managed to circumnavigate this potential obstacle that was in your path as you were making your way up the mountain, calmed your horses a bit. I will say now that is probably a good place to end for the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We're not dead.
Where you're not dead. There were a few new people that joined us today. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for the
you.
raid.
Thank you, Culture.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out in chat.
Yeah, so awesome.
Is there anything that you guys would like to add before we sign out for the evening?
Remember to check out tomorrow's Delvin Dash one shot.
Yes.
In
that's
lieu of, there's no Mystic Hour tomorrow, just an extra long Delvin Dash, so come hang out.
Next week on our time slot, obviously, is Christmas Day, so we're gonna
Not be here.
not be here.
And you shouldn't be
Yeah.
here either.
Yeah, so we will be taking a break next week just to make sure that everybody has a day off to kind of spend it with whoever they'd like to spend it with.
Yes.
Spend it with your cats.
And as always, when you're looking for a cave, remember, you know what's in caves? Dragons. And you know what dragons have? Hordes. And expand your horde with Little Dragon Corp.
Hell yeah.
Coupon code is bonus to get 10% off your order at littledragoncorp.com. Link is in the chat.
Okay.
You can follow them on.
Merry Christmas!
You can follow them on.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Happy
Happy
holidays.
Festivus, whatever you do. Or if you don't do the holidays, then have a swell week, y'all.
Okay. When you are in a murder house, having a snooze, essentially learning things about your own personal backstory. You're not sure. Are you Nathaniel? Are you actually the devil man that killed everyone? You have no idea. But when you're trying to figure it out, make sure you add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
See you next year.
See, yeah.
We'll see you in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay, love you, bye!
Thank you.
Bye.